No. All right, we're live.
We
are here. Cool. Welcome back. So for this session, I wanted to kick us off since we're almost 2 years into this game. It was around this time in 2022 where I reached out to everybody and said, "Hey, I'm going to run another campaign after the first one. Start making a character." And I know that because I started getting reminders from Google Docs of all places about documents that I created, which was the lore for Thaldrin. And I was like, oh shit, I started working on this in late July. We didn't actually start the campaign until December, but I had started working on the lore and the world and all that around this time. And it got me thinking that one of the fun things about one of the games that we like to watch or listen to, which is Dungeons and Daddies, is they do a fun fact or a dad fact, as they call it, of each of their characters, which can have nothing to do with the game, but it's just a way to just kind of introduce everybody at the beginning of every session, but also just share something funny about your characters or fun about your characters or interesting that can be part of the canon of the world that you can all improv in, play with, and interact with throughout the game. And there's a good chance that it gets put into the game at some point, whether it's through an NPC, through items, through conversation, what have you. So to kick it off, we'll start over here with Seamus. So go ahead and say your name, say your character, and then what's your fun fact?
My name is Seamus. I play Cornelius, and Cornelius, while he enjoys the sound of shuffling papers like ASMR, hates the texture of paper when it's against the surfaces of things. So he doesn't like touching paper and pushing it across a table. So if you were to put it on a couch cushion, for example, push paper over it, it wigs him out.
Does he prefer coins?
That's what. Well, that's why it was when you think about. I didn't think about cash. And I was like, you know what, cash might have the same effects too. He can hand it to somebody, he doesn't mind the feeling of the actual cash, but pushing it across the table surface, it makes him go static in his head.
That's a perfect example of a fun fact.
So in a high stakes negotiation, he wouldn't be the dude sliding the contract.
He picks it up and hands it.
He just sets it down.
He would pick it up.
Just hand it back in a cooler way.
If it slid across the table, you'd probably see the.
You gotta do the drug dealer passing.
All right, Heather.
I'm Heather. I play Caehanna. Fun fact about my character is she likes to paint. She paints from memory. So she'll see a scenery or something, and she will get her canvas out and paint it. And she also loves the game Dragon.
Oh. Fuck! Now I have to put Dragon Chess in the game.
This whole time she's been avoiding dice games, card games.
No, that sounds good. Okay, Mandy.
My name is Mandy. I play Isadora. And Isadora, for the longest time, has, everyone has an inner monologue, their inner thoughts and everything. She thought that was a different person and it's her imaginary friend. And so she always has an imaginary friend that thinks really similarly to her. And if you ask Isadora what that person's name was, it's Amiya.
It's Amiya.
Did they do it in Italian? Okay.
Yeah. Isadora was it's Amiya.
All right, Cody.
And probably the least. Oh, by the way, I'm Cody. I play Melicroft. In the least shocking turn of events, Melicroft, before he was a big robot boy, and he was Lord Keeper and Mythfrost, he was your quintessential liberal arts dad. So you guys ever turn on NPR and you're who donates the so and so Heritage Fund or whatever? That's Danae Velstad. He any liberal arts program or music program or something like that. They're oh yeah, you go see the Velstads, find the books. They have money.
Fundraiser.
They lived in the temple with the family or whatever, so he wasn't spending a lot of money on housing. So he just pour money into the arts and stuff like that. And then incidentally, he's also the kind of guy that if you're ever watching a trio and some dude just goes for a gnarly trombone solo, most people are the one that's just like, this is incredible. This is hard. So yeah, just like a full to the bone arts enjoyer and funding all of the debate clubs and stuff like that in and around Mythfrost and stuff.
You single-handedly provided funding for an interpretive art dance about the fall of Callan.
I'm sure he did. Like he just had a big old chest of money set aside and
Liberal
people would
arts.
come ask about it.
Adam.
My name is Adam. I play Callan, and Callan secretly loves romance novels.
Oh my god.
I actually have addition to Tusk Love.
No one does.
Do you have an example of a favorite novel?
Oh yeah. Title. I want a title.
Yeah, title and author. Bitch.
We get back to you.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
No, on the spot.
The only thing that popped in my head is what Tristan said to me earlier, which is Shadow Daddy.
Canonically, your favorite romance
There you
novel.
go.
Is that a novel or a character?
That's the novel. I have no idea. We're going to go.
He likes the self-inserts, you know, it's like he needs to, yeah. Love
Tristan
that.
said that earlier. First thing that popped in my head.
Thanks for throwing her right under the bus before you said the
Written by-
funniest
I was
part.
asking him. He has to figure
Written,
it out.
written by Adamus Campo.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Can I recommend a book? In my collection, Cornelius has some books on, is Arathians Only, A Squirrel's Love, the second installment of Cecil's Sweet Seas trilogy.
That's your next.
There you go. That's my next record.
TDR.
I somehow got to steal it from his collection.
It's in Elvish.
Can you read Elvish?
Okay,
perfect. All right. Well, that's hard to follow up. Tristan, I play Inari, and her fun fact is she likes bugs. So she doesn't like collect them or anything or like have them as pets. But think of the equivalent of bird watching for bug watching.
Bug watcher. She's a bug watcher.
She likes to go into like nature and like just see all the weird bugs living their best life. And so
She does that.
Out there counting the ants.
yeah, this is a rare, thingamajiggy. And they're like, we only see them on like Mondays and Tuesdays. So that's her.
I'm Hannah. I play Feria. And fun fact about Feria, when she was in training for the militant, one of the older cadets was telling the younger cadets when they were like 8, 9 years old, just like freaky stories about gelatinous cubes. Scared the shit out of her. She's terrified of them. But because she hasn't, it only gets worse. Because she hasn't come across one, she has now in her adult years convinced herself that it must just be a scary story, so she doesn't think they're real.
Guess what we're fighting
Insert.
Guess what we're about to fight.
In all
If we
caps.
ever-
Gelatinous cube, bitches.
If we ever come
That's
across
what
one,
Malice
it's
is.
gonna fit these
That's what it takes.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Jello Kingdom.
That's incredible. Oh, then let's just not be real.
Yeah, no, they're just fucking with me.
I've
Like,
never seen one. It's
that's
not
not
real.
real. Yeah. So, yep.
All right, Michael.
I'm Michael. I play Levi, and he's not a big fan of hats. The irony is not lost on him that he's now stuck with one, but he just has never been a fan of them.
Yeah, me neither.
Michael wears it.
Trust me, yeah. I mean,
That's funny.
Last and the least.
It's fair. I'm Trey. I play Shrev. Shrev wears a very beautiful brooch with a family crest on it, lots of gold, lots of diamonds. He has no idea whose family that is. He's just been wearing it for years and pretending.
Also, I just asked ChatGPT to create a summary for Shadow Daddy, and I put that into the Facebook chat, and it reads for everyone's to enjoy. In the enchanting world of Shadow Daddy, Alara, a fierce and independent rogue, finds herself entangled in a web of dark magic and forbidden love, just like Callan likes. When she stumbles upon an ancient artifact, she unwillingly awakens a shadow guardian named Kale. That sounds exactly like a name that Adam would create for a character.
It also sounds like a Sarah J. Maas book so far.
Bound by an age-old curse, Kale must protect Alara, but as they journey through the perilous quest and unravel hidden secrets, their bond deepens. Torn between duty and desire, they must navigate the treacherous path of love in a realm where shadows hold dangerous truths.
I'm not gonna lie, I probably read it.
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty dope. That sounds like not gonna lie, that does sound like one of the Sarah J. Maas. That's a court of shadows and daddies, you know. And that's the title for this session, Court of Shadows and Daddies. I got to rewrite everything that I was planning for this session because that is now what we're doing. I'm just playing, guys. Okay, so recap on last session. Thanks for everyone sharing. That was exactly as funny and fun like I thought it would be. So recap of last session. It's definitely probably a pretty short recap, to be honest, this time. You guys were already in Asheroth, which is the now renamed city of Redborough. Entangled in the Crimson Dawn, you guys furthered your relationships with some of the members, met some new ones, met some rats, left the tunnel system. What am I trying to think? The headquarters of the Crimson Dawn, led by Srev, to the main castle, where the now ancient Shazaran family held as their own for about 200 years while they were the leaders of this country. Inside, you were met with ghouls and ghosts and a ferocious witch queen. Nope. Ferocious witch queen. And not surprisingly, because I keep giving you guys a level up, she defeated them with hardly any issue. And realizing at the very end that the witch who had summoned these ghouls and ghosts was actually a cursed family member of Callan Shazera, Callie, his younger sister. Or older sister. A sister. I can't remember.
She's younger.
Younger sister. That's right, you were the firstborn. So yeah, younger sister. And after brief deliberation, decided to end her suffering, per se. And that's pretty much where we left off right after. I mean, we'll canonically say this was right after you stabbed her and walked away. We'll pick up right there.
Is there any, like, I don't know what the word is, like drapes on the wall, like where the family crest would be?
Tattered. Yeah, maybe like tattered, like broken. I mean, it's 400 years old without any upkeep. So like moths and other bugs have probably like torn it up. But no one has really gotten in here because the ghouls have killed everybody.
If I could find enough to like wrap her body up.
Yeah, it's still warm. I mean, again, a lot of the coloration came back after, like, as soon as the blade entered. Oh, this is gonna sound morbid. As soon as her heart stopped, you noticed that black sludge that was her internals turned back into a crimson blood, and her skin became more like revitalized and warm. It didn't look as decrepit money, Anoxanamun, type shit. But yeah, so she's still kind of warm.
I mean, whether I need to go to like a bedroom and get sheets or something, I would like to go get a large fabric and then wrap her up. All while, if you guys are watching, Callan is just like, tears are streaming, but just very plain faced, but just tears are going. And then wrap her body up nice and tight, kind of like mummy wise. And then I would, I don't know how many trees or wood is around. I would just collect all the wood I could find to make her a pyre.
Okay.
For the next 20 minutes, probably. Like, if I have to rage to break trees down, I will. Like, that's fine.
No, we'll say you're able to do that. Everybody else?
I guess once I realize what he's doing, I probably would start collecting wood and things that I can find. Help him build the pyre, if he lets me.
Yeah, that's fine. There's no conversation probably with Callan.
Oh, sure.
It's just back and forth.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Anyone else have anything to do? Anybody at all? I'm just kidding.
No, please.
I don't know why I thought that'd be funny to do. That's fucked up.
Perception, my goodness. I was just gonna.
You're still your shadow, so like you're trying to talk, but you can't.
Hey, the new shot.
Yeah, when he said Shadow Daddy, I was like, wow.
That's what they call me.
I agree that one.
Wait till I level up, I get more and more.
Shadow Daddy times 2.
I was going to look towards just the entrance where we came in and go back there and just see if anybody notices what just happened. If anybody's like watching this from afar.
Yeah, so you guys have collected a crowd everywhere you've gone. The news of the prophecy, the news of the prophecy spreads far and wide across the once great city of Redborough. So there are many different folks of many different factions that have, again, not crossed the bridge where you guys had to manufacture a way over through flying means and jumping and magic, but they're watching from the toll bridge area.
Were there any doors? I don't remember.
There's lots of doors.
Yeah, there was a
Castle.
big.
I would
There's
imagine I'm doing this like in the main foyer. There's no roof anymore, so.
yeah, but you're inside the main castle, so it's not like they can see what's going on. But if you were to go up there and peek and kind of like curiously look, then
It
you'd
was
see
more
that.
like he's doing this thing, the sister like piss off. This is like sad moment.
You're trying to like look busy. You're trying to look efficient and busy without being there.
Rocks you're looking at. These rocks are special.
Make a perception check as you peek outside and look at this crowd.
With a -1, it's a 3. You guys ever notice the sound of paper?
I guess I don't like the sound of wood either.
Just me hitting rocks together, like, yeah, that's alright.
You go to look out at the crowd right as someone like slides a piece of paper to someone else.
That's all he sees, actually. Like the cloth, like as he wraps her up and is like putting her down, you just keep hearing that sliding, and it's just fucking with you. Okay, well, you don't see shit.
My perception is
It's also
terrible.
night where you can't see shit, so.
No, I have dark vision now.
Yeah, he has dark vision now.
Amulet I have.
That's right.
If anybody casts magical darkness, I can still see.
I was gonna go try to retcon and be like, oh, well, your passive perception it's still shit.
Yeah,
It's still shit.
I have a -1.
Yeah,
so-
it's a 13 passive perception. That's awful. It's not you, it's your
Make a
sight.
lot of noise.
Okay, well,
Well,
Good
while
try.
we do that.
you see nothing dangerous coming.
I'm gonna try to see if I can like find any leftover maybe records of right before this was, rampaged and rioted. See if there's any like a leftover.
Where are you gonna look? Right now, you guys are in the foyer.
Yeah, I was gonna probably look for whatever might have been like the office or the main council room, something just that.
3 floors up to the left, to the right, and to the left, and it's fine.
Okay.
So as you climb the staircase, you'll realize that a lot of these, like the entire structure was made out of like stone. So it's plastered and it's sturdy, but there's clearly marks of battle. There's clearly marks of cannons and explosions and magical like scarring. Yeah, like residue, like
Burn marks and stuff.
yeah, but it's clearly out of the arcane. It's not flame, but it's interesting. You know, as you were to look at, say, like a burnt piece of wood where you see the flame mark from the wood, here you see a similar maybe of what you would recognize as maybe someone cast like a fireball or a flame strike or something, and you see where this hit the ground, and instead of it being that perfect kind of sooty, soft black, you see it having the magical runes that created that magical fire left over. And as you walk over and kick it, they kind of scuff off. But if you do take his directions and go 3 stories up, take whatever the hell he said, right, left, right, you'll find where the Elder of Lore, where his office would have been, and he's typically the one who would have
Make some kind of journaling record, kind of like I guess what would have been the last few, recordings of.
Like a diary entry.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, everyone's gonna kind of record the in and goings of the day-to-day civilian life. So just see if I can find something along those lines. So what it says.
Okay. Yeah.
Might have to go through a desk or so. I don't know.
I have to solve a series of really fun puzzles to escape this
Probably
room.
not that, but I have to.
Okay. Yeah, so you get into this sorry, it's not the elder it's the elder scholar, not the elder lore keeper. The elder Scaros. So you get into the room of who was once Martin Morrow. And looking through hundreds of scrolls and tapestries, written hundreds of written, like handwritten notes and treaties and things. There is an abundance of information. So let me throw it back to you as far as what is there anything? What are you looking for? And we can make a roll base to see if you find it.
I if there's any kind of. I'm gonna want to look at the most recent entries. So, like the month or so entries leading up to the attack on.
Where things stopped.
Yes, I want to notice if there's any, what was kind of notated, anything of interest, anything about, obviously I'm gonna keep an eye out for like Valkor's name or whatever your lady's name is, or that house, and just noteworthy things that.
So I will give you an option to rechange maybe the approach here if that's what you're looking for. If that's what you're looking for, you may have not gone into the scholar's room. You may have gone into the elder of secrets quarters.
That's fine.
Yeah. So
the information I'm looking for.
So this would be the Deltaunt. So this is Min Deltaunt. He was the master of secrets, the elder of secrets, at the time of the overthrowing of the Shazera dynasty. So we'll say, what did you go 3 up? We'll say 3 up again. You're getting to where now it's kind of towards the top of what this tower is because it's been cut in half. As Callan knows, and actually you're probably pretty familiar with the tower now. You've been here a bunch.
I've been here times.
This tower used to be almost 3 times as tall. And at the top is where the royalty made their home, like made their residency. Just for to get to them, you would have had to have fought, 20 levels of guards and mages and all of that. So they were at the top. All that's gone. So it's only about 7 stories high. The first story being that of the courtyard where you guys just fought a bunch of ghouls. So you're almost at the top here where you find it. Now this is completely open. You get into a room that has been ripped off from the top. What is actually, this is important.
Probably not good.
Well, that's the spirit. What's your name? Inari something?
Adequate.
You don't know what I'm looking for. Oh, no, it's actually really good. Your passive insight. As you walk into this room, your initial reaction is, duh, it's war, right? This was clearly destroyed as a part of the rebellion. As you walk in, your senses, your innate insight, you understand that this room specifically looks like it was targeted. Whether it was the first target or a target, this was clearly targeted by the enemy of the time. You know that because of the way that the roof has been stripped off. It's not blown off the side. It looks like it's been infiltrated and pulled off. With that, it's mainly barren of everything. There are some like fluttering pieces of paper in the wind, but it is almost completely clean. Sorry, hand scrape clean of documentation. As this seemed to have been, from your insight from walking here, seemed to have been maybe a potential target of one of these attacks.
White Plain history kind of thing.
Yes. So let me have you do a.
Whatever roll it is.
Investigation.
Let's see.
No, we'll do. Yeah, probably either you can choose either perception or investigation, and I'll give you advantage because your insight was good enough to understand it. You're looking for something that would have been hidden, not out in the open.
I appreciate that advantage. Let's see. Oh God, I'm so good at not rolling well. All right, let's see. You said investigation or perception. Was that the two options?
Mhm.
Cool. Yeah, that was an 8.
It's not very big, is it?
You don't quite see anything. It looks barren. it looks scraped clean.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. Well, I'll figure that out. Just got my life back downstairs. That was fun.
She sees a cool bird.
Yeah, she got
Misses
distracted by
something
that.
entirely.
All right. Anybody else want to try and fail at something?
I'll probably come down and just be like,
we're 0 for 2 here.
I've always wanted to take up a turbo dance. I think now's a good time.
Malacroft will throw money at
Yeah.
you.
Let me teach you
I
about
will
hard
come down and
apologies.
probably share with you because I know you're big on like history and lore and stuff.
I'll just come down and share. Well, whoever did this here obviously was trying to cover the tracks. The entire record room from the secret master guy. She probably wouldn't know the name anyways. The secret master guy is wiped clean. Find anything in sight.
Well, that would track if was in fact the Aztecs eating in the overthrowing. Yeah. As I'm setting the wood into a traditional pyre for this area.
And here.
Yeah.
More just a general out statement.
So I would put Callie on top, and then I would go fashion a torch or pull one out of the bag, whatever is better. And then kind of look up and then I would kind of point the torch towards Inari and just, please.
Light it.
Divine flames are better than mine.
Add a flame to it. But instead of being black, you can make. I'll look at you. Do you prefer it to be my black sacred flame or traditional looking?
Whatever may cleanse her of her crimes.
This.
And then I'd give Malacroft a look. And then probably nod. And then I would go to Callie. I put my forehead on hers. Right. I forgive you. You had no choice in this. I was gone too long. And then I put it in the.
So you guys watch as this divine flame takes the wood and spreads across the pyre. It's really well put together by Malacroft, so it's like perfect. Just and then you see the flame creep up level by level up to the top where Callie is laying. Did you do the traditional like Norse where you like wrap their hands over,
Yeah.
coins over the eyes,
And
shit,
then I
or
would
what?
ask Malacroft for funeral rites to be forgiven.
Okay. Well, as you guys watch the flame rise up, you see Callie's body start to kind of like move slightly as the flames start to reach her, and then you see that her chest is slowly rising and falling, and as the flames start to reach her, there's like a moment of like screech where she starts to yell, and then you do whatever that
I
was.
was reaching over trying to pick her up.
Oh. And you reach.
She just tears her throat.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is this movement?
Stay down.
And as you lift her up like that, you see her gown that she was wearing is like scorched on the back, like it's like smelted a little into her back as the flames. I mean, it's an unnatural fire, so it's just as hot as it needs to be right away. So it's scorched up her back and it's seared into her, and she's kind of breathing in pain as she looks at all of you, equally as shocked as you all are looking at her.
I'm gonna heal her quick.
I was
Like,
about to say, can I slap some lay on hands
Yeah.
on that, or like some restoration or something?
Lay on hands right onto a sunburn.
Peel that back off.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
whatever.
Yes.
Welcome back to life, you bitch. Don't you ever do that again.
Yeah, so you heal her up, and she like winces. She winces as like the healing takes place and like the burns
I'm gonna go ahead and mark off a cure.
fall off, and she's still just like shocked. She can't speak. She's
You were dead.
I didn't know my divine flame could bring people back from the dead.
Divine sense.
what just happened?
You were dead.
Am I back?
Well, yeah, I thought you were dead.
I thought I was. Wasn't I?
Breathing, so.
Did I?
I was joking, but I'm dead serious about firing off a divine. Am I looking at an undead person? Am I looking at a celestial? What am I looking at?
Maybe she still has a wound in her chest.
But
She had a wound.
but it wasn't like a resurrection healing. But
You doing a divine sense?
yeah,
Explain what pops up with divine sense.
it is spell no any celestial, fiend, or undead.
You get an aura
Is a celestial
of
fiend?
celestial.
Oh.
Better than dead.
Speaking of divine blood, is this
From the scorch marks, as you're getting this ping on her, and you see this aura, this glow from the scorch marks. I like to think, for the theatrics of it, that you're still holding her up in this moment where it's all happening really quick. From the scorch marks on her back that have now healed, you guys see these semi-fractured wings just expand out, similar to what you guys have seen from Feria, where the wings are
don't know.
semi-fractured, but they are feathered. They are white, but they seem to be a little broken. And as the cure wounds takes place throughout her body, you see the wings take full form and full structure.
No. I was the first one to hold her. She's normal. Well, I thought I was normal, but
yeah, Callan, is
I
she
don't
your
remember seeing wings on
full blood
Normal is
sister?
subjective.
Like full blood
yes, she
sister.
came from my mother. Yes.
How many
But
royalty
and
did you
your
borrow?
mother?
I don't know. I didn't know that my father wasn't my father until 4 days ago, which is 400 years ago. So it's a good possibility. Callie. So I have two sisters. One is Kira, which is the daughter of the Empress.
What's her reaction? Is she like? What the
She's
hell?
still just in like she's in absolute awe and shock right now. Like she's still so mind fucked that she just died. What's that? Cast soothe. She's actually cool with it. She's actually
She's chill.
she's like she's looking at all of you, looking at everybody, just kind of like understanding maybe what's going on and calm, and she's like, I love your brooch.
Was it our family brooch?
No, it's a different family.
Oh no.
You know, it's ancient.
You were dead. You were cursed.
Apparently I was. Does this mean I'm the prophecy?
Well, I don't know the prophecy. That's what I keep hearing is a prophecy. But you getting wings probably does lead to the fact
I have wings? She looks back.
that Gerald.
Sorry, I'm soothed. Whoa. Wow. This is actually really good. Can you sit me down? Do you mind putting me down? This is really good news. I have spent so much time torturing and tormenting, and now it seems I'm free, and I have wings. Wow.
Wow. Did you see anything before you came back?
I saw my brother stab me.
That did happen.
After that, but before you came back. So did they want to bring you back?
I'll roll and see if I'm gonna have her roll a flat.
Don't have me roll.
Kind of like a little memory check here.
Knuckleheads can't laugh too much what I do.
You know, I think someone was talking to me. It's like when you have a dream and you wake up and then it's hard to remember, but I feel like there was someone speaking to me, and she was kind.
What were they saying?
I don't.
Do you remember what she looks like?
She was intimidating. I remember I was scared. I thought this had to be death. This had to be death. And then she was kind. She was still scary, but in like a nice way. Like mom.
Yeah.
And except not like her. And she had fierce, like golden eyes. And she said help. She said help. She said help. I'm sorry, I'm soothed. She said help. And it was great.
To my understanding, that sounds like Erotalk is once again come to save the day.
Was she asking for help?
No. Yes. No, she was not asking, but maybe telling.
Commanding? Commanding?
Well, that seems like there's not a choice, but it felt like I had a choice, and I chose to say yes. It sounded like not help her, but help
Us.
maybe you. Maybe you. I think she wanted me to help you. Not you specifically. A couple others, but...
Probably me and her, of course.
And she looks at you guys and she's... Yeah, I think so. There was a silhouette. You had more tails.
They're growing back. Slowly.
But yeah, you think she brought me back from death?
God's so powerful.
Yes, I do believe this.
You fought dinosaurs like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we've done a lot.
Anything is possible.
Well,
You
I may be
have
really...
Erotalk on your
I may be in a really soothing mood right now, but I really want to say I'm deeply sorry to everybody. I mean, I'm really cool with it right now, but like I'm really sorry that I attacked you all and I sent my friends to try to kill you, and I'm also sorry that they got killed, and I'm sorry that I've been doing this for so long and all the people that we've killed. I mean, it's fine though. It's cool.
As you're hugging her, she's just saying this.
Yeah.
This is a weird confliction of emotions. I want to be so many things right now, but I'm just fine with it. This is great. I don't know how to put them back in. She looks at her wings. She's like, I don't
Here,
know.
Can I like show her? Can I give her some? wing
Oh
lessons?
my god, you can do it too. I want to be so much more excited about this than I am.
I will. I'll help you. We'll do some.
This is a high she wants to get rid of.
It's like trying to teach a baby to walk, like
Yeah.
muscle she's
I
never
bet.
existed.
There is a piece of me as Shade the DM that is like, I just want this to be her personality now because it is so funny. But
I guess soothing me right when I came back from the dead is going to lock me into it.
that is what were you showing me?
you like some help with the how to bring the wings in?
She's like flexing her back, and she's like,
I'll like try to explain it.
Okay.
I guess. It's like, oh, she's soothed. She's got muscle relaxer syndrome too right now.
the wings go limp. Just
The whole thing is soothed. They're like on the ground.
I think you did too high a level spell for that one.
Only a 2. I don't.
spells are fun.
How did you know you were protecting here?
No, I don't think I was protecting anything. I think I was just commanded to keep people out.
There's no
That was it.
Was there out of a certain place or the whole castle?
The castle, just this place.
Be nice if I could, butcher the knowledge out of her, but I guess that won't work.
Well, that wouldn't be nice.
Were any of so can you tell us what happened the day you were turned into your curse?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Feel free.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was the question. Well, there was
Too strong.
there was smoke and flames and arrows and swords and magic. There was a lot of people died, Callan. A lot of people died. I don't think it would have made a difference, but I'm glad you weren't here. I know you probably would have taken a bunch of them out, but I think they would have gotten you as a target for sure. But it's cool. You got out. They.
The scene ran out ages ago.
It is only a minute.
Cool. Ever since she's been back alive, this is just how she's felt. So I think she just feels like this now.
Like rewired her brain chemistry.
She took what do they call it, the stem cells, and like this is like what happened somehow. Like she's like, whoa. Yeah, she had the weirdest DMT trip. Yeah, I mean they came in and they just came in destructively and ferociously, and I mean I've never really been one to fight. I practiced my spells like I was taught, but I never really hurt anybody with them on purpose. So I was an easy target, I suppose. And then that slinky looking elf came in and he asked me if I would protect my home, and I didn't think much of course. I said yes. And I didn't know what I was signing into when I said yes.
A slinky looking elf with the ears upside down, wrong direction.
Yeah, I think that was like a style choice of his.
Mic drop.
That thing flew.
I think that was a style choice of his.
Stylistic choice. Fred, you're dropping stuff in the different.
Sorry.
Your brooch fell and just. It had a lot more weight than we were all expecting it when it hit the ground. We're like, oh shit.
Big solid drop.
Yeah, yes.
That's the individual we're here to. Yeah.
Murder.
We gotta kill that guy.
Torture. Torture.
I mean, that seems like a difficult task.
Annihilate. A lot of word choices.
Anything is possible.
If you believe.
Sorry.
I mean, that's. I don't know if that's true. That seems optimistic, but I don't think that's necessarily true.
Well, up until the recent past, I didn't think I was going to wind up in Celestia and standing in the very presence of Soul himself, but that happened, so I have a feeling that we are capable of more than you think we might be.
Why wouldn't Soul himself just come down and stop
It's
it.
a very interesting question. And then I wish we had an answer to.
Me too.
Because when beings like that get directly involved and then gestures vaguely, this is kind of what happens from that.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that's bad. That's bad. It's really bad. This place has been destroyed. It's cool.
Sure has.
Do we maybe want to take her back to his place?
I don't really see much between us.
Oh, my bad.
I mean, he's fine. What are you opening? 7 different noises.
Speaking of minute, I'm sorry.
That was one cap. Did it not sound like he opened like 4 different caps?
I know how it went down. You tried to grab for it, it slipped off the finger the first time.
He did.
And then he didn't want to like do it.
You know what, Trey? Just throw that down too.
Yeah.
Right on it.
And there's a little bit of pressure, so the bottom part pops up.
Sorry, yeah, the punchline there was, sorry, I just don't see anything going on between us.
You can't stay here by yourself.
I disagree. I've been here by myself for quite a long time.
You get gold.
I mean, she looks
I can
like
get more.
Wait,
Maybe.
Let
Maybe.
me-
Can I?
Let me illustrate it this way.
Okay.
Air Talk gave you a new.
Who's that?
I was about to say praise be.
Who is, what is that?
I have two people, one in particular, who would love to tell you all about it. But what I wanted to say is, Air Talk has brought you back, maybe to fulfill a purpose, and that purpose is.
Help.
I wasn't
I was thinking that.
To kill. the
Do you want to
person
kill
first.
Valkyrie?
Oh yes, every fiber of my being plus.
Plus.
Is that a subscription service? Listen, I would love to, destroy him.
Do you mind if we use your sister to help annihilate my arch nemesis? Ooh,
I think you have a love triangle.
The unhinged Tristan.
Oh, I love it. We had the espresso early too.
Did they take everything from the castle? The treasury, the armory.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Gone. What?
Say the the treasure, my mind went immediately like Cornelius like stomps on the guy. Didn't take the cockroaches. Let's push on the.
Like heel ones.
He just jumps off the bottom like.
Oh, it's gone.
I mean, I'm happy to help.
Well, follow us. And then do we go back to the red?
What is the plan? You just
We
gonna
have to find Lenora Aztec.
Aztec.
Did you see her when all of this?
Technically, I think our cousin in some form or fashion.
I mean, I've seen her, sure, but not like recently.
I meant more so when all of this went down.
No.
You didn't make like examples of any of the people in the Shazara families.
So then we're here.
Out to their house, typical thing.
One's bothering me so bad. Look it up.
Get out of the way here. Your pendant's got an S on it. It's a Stanford Shrek.
Sure.
Well, what's the plan, guys?
Do we want to go back to the Crimson Dawn?
At least it's still, what, midnight?
Did we see where Lenora was with your scribe?
No.
No. I mean, if you want to take a look around the castle, there's only half as much left.
Yeah.
See if
Can I
we
take
find
20
anything.
to do the castle tour?
Yeah, you can do that while everyone else is
Like I know all the
Talking.
nooks and crannies, all the bedrooms where people would hide stuff.
Mhm.
I've literally just taken anything and everything.
Make a investigation check with advantage since you lived here or whatever.
Are there any secret rooms?
Nice.
With the area where Shalann's office was
Oh, gone.
raised.
Yeah. You guys walked all the way up there earlier. That's gone.
19. I don't have any pluses for investigation. They're all 18 or something.
Okay. Okay. There's nothing. But you've checked everywhere. You know that there's nothing.
I just want to make sure. Did I check the pits and stuff like that?
Yeah, if you're taking 20 minutes, I'm assuming you're checking everywhere. There's nothing that would be deemed like valuable to you guys. I mean, there's stuff, but it's nothing like valuable.
Well, let's get some rest. And then we can go talk to who are the other factions again? Sure.
It depends on what you're looking for. There's the bad ones and the good ones, and then the medium ones.
There's the Black Talons,
The silver monkeys.
the Iron Guard. No, there's no silver monkeys. The Silver Serpents. Not that far off. The Crimson Dawn, the Arcane Collective, and the Azure Corsairs.
Which ones are good? Which ones are bad?
So the Azure Corsairs are your knowledge ones. The Black Talon are the Black Market ones. There's a merchant group, and then there's the Iron Guard, which are like the militant.
We can bring the militant under our command.
Are they like militants in the essence of they're hired out? Or
No, everyone here is elected to come here. Like everyone here is here. They're not like hired from other places to brought in.
They're
To be
kind of
brought
like, hey, we want the king back, but there's no king, so
Oh, we have one of those. We should probably go talk to
We
them.
should go talk.
sounds like a gentleman's club. You all just stand around talking about what you want, and nothing gets done.
yeah.
Yes, I think that we need to go to the other one first. We have a king.
Callan, look around.
Not my king.
Do we have a king?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
I don't know if we have a king.
You don't vote. I blood.
I mean, he's my brother. He's not a king.
He's supposed to be the emperor.
He's next
Yeah.
in line. He is the rightful heir.
I mean, yeah, but I think they probably got rid of the ascension process. After the rebellion. I don't know if he's the rightful heir
Cut off a
anymore.
few heads, you get it right back in play.
Yeah.
Are we,
Or vice versa.
are we gonna put heads
Just
on?
having long shrift.
No. The other way. Just take it out with the heads as well.
Are we? Okay. Well, then I guess let's start planning.
Your God told you to help. I believe our father told me to take the king.
Okay.
That doesn't make sense.
I was like,
To take the throne.
Take them where?
On a date,
To the throne. Yeah. It's a Saturday.
Does Callie, I can't remember how I described Callie. She looks like me, right? And her mother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
With lady parts.
okay.
He probably has bigger backs
Our father is not Gerald, most likely.
Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna take getting used to.
That's not me anymore. I didn't.
What do you mean?
That ended.
What did you do? What did you do? This is fun.
None of it was a suit at all.
Our father, most likely, is the god Elias.
I don't know who that is, but that's great. I'd like.
More
To,
important than hair talk.
I don't know who that is either.
Here we go.
I don't know who any of those people are, but I'm happy to.
The other one's the father who abandoned you.
We don't know for a
I
fact.
think you're a little biased on that one.
I don't know if either of those things happened, but
She's just mad she got left.
okay.
No, the blade was in the middle.
Man, doesn't seem that strong.
how did you know?
I didn't know I was there. Cheap humor, let's move on.
Alright, I guess we're going back to the Crimson Dawn, or we're going to the Iron Guard now.
Iron Guard. Iron Guard.
Oh,
How are you on hit points?
we're going to the Iron Guard.
How are you on hit points?
I'm
Not good.
not good.
Are we doing that tonight, or are we doing
I was gonna
that?
say, midnight's
I
an
would love
interesting
to
time.
rest, and then let's rest.
Why not?
And then go to the Iron Guard. I need my spell slots back.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Surprisingly,
I feel a little
used
crazy
almost
right now for this conversation. You wanna throw somebody out.
Alright, back to the Crimson Dawn, Shroud lead the way.
Okay. Onward and upward.
Fast travel.
Technically, we could. I'll just use teleport.
What?
It's not too far to get to. Okay, we're here.
Like to think right in the middle of like a briefing, we just.
Yeah, where's your? Do you have a circle back at the headquarters somewhere, or where would that be?
Bedroom?
Yeah.
That's how he takes people in. That's how he hooks up without showing them how to get there.
Teleport in,
Takes
teleport
10
out.
minutes to draw a full teleportation circle.
He's like, oh, but, well, he does that while he's doing his line. So he's like, I gotta tell you, I'm quite the artist. Watch.
It's like right under
It's just
bed
in the
too,
water
so
from the
it's-
ale that I was drinking. Like,
All right, poof. You're back at the headquarters of the Crimson Dawn, in his bedroom, and she says, "Listen, I really I appreciate all of you. I don't really. You don't have to big brother this and try to set me up with somebody just because I have a new."
I wouldn't dream of it. And I would kind of push her out of the room.
Sorry.
like a French mask. I thought that was enough.
No. Hey, what do y'all? What's the plan? Is everyone just trying to go to bed, like trying to get a rest, and then wake up tomorrow and go check out the
Trying to rest up to
Iron Boys, or what?
big iron babies.
We'll
I'm
call
gonna
that,
sleep over with me.
please.
Same here.
You wanna sleep over with her
With
sister?
my sister!
Oh, that made more sense, but that's not what you said.
It's like, yeah. I wanna sleep over with my sister. Me too.
Anyone else want to sleep with anyone's sister?
No. I'm good.
All right. Well, I guess it is important. Where is everyone gonna sleep then?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you all? Because this isn't like a giant.
I'll sleep in the hallway if I have to.
Yeah, I was like, are you guys cool with just kind of like bunking up in like the where they did the
Dinner.
I would say lunchroom. Yeah, I was like dining room, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody else do. They have their own room.
Everyone else has their own room. Like all the people that you guys have met have their own space.
I would ask Shrev, is it like a hotel or an inn nearby? You guys don't like money.
Well, I could put down a blanket on my floor. Just don't mess up the circle.
I do appreciate you taking the floor, and I will take the bed.
Thanks for all info.
Cool.
We're
Well,
on it.
those that are bunking in with siblings, is there anything you guys want to say or do, or are you just pretty much like, hey, we had a crazy night. Good night.
Crazy back there.
You remember when I stabbed you?
I mean, it probably would be, sheesh. I'd probably be a little awkward of like, here's all my adventures that I had while you were killed. You know, so it'd be really hard to like bring up. I probably keep trying to bring up stories of like, oh, we did this cool thing, or we did this. We went to Celestia, you know, but I would probably stop myself. Just be like, there'd probably be a lot of that.
Okay.
I'd probably ask my sister if she could dispatch some, spies or get some intel on the whereabouts of her lady. Lenora, thanks. See if she can find any whereabouts. I mean, obviously it would take some time. It's not going to be like the answer in the morning.
Sure. Yeah, I can
She could scrounge up.
see what I can do.
Go nice and talk about boys. And how I want to murder one in particular.
Cool. So,
Can I do that weird thing where, like, when everybody's laying down and it's dark, go, hey, Callan.
Well,
Do you think your sister's also like godlike like you are? Or
probably.
do you think it's the same? Do you think Elias was one, or did your mom just happen to know a lot of gods?
Probably alive. I mean, I just wouldn't like think my mom, gone around with divinity, but
Well, I mean, so far she's 2 for 2, and that's way more than the odds of most people. Just a thought. You hear me like turn over. You're very lucky your family is divine.
yeah, looks what I would call this.
Cornelius over there must be nice.
Yeah, that's kind of how it feels.
Well, the next morning,
I just know we all have had out. It's a way of sibling.
Yeah, Melcroft's just taking up most of the hallway. Sitting against the side.
you guys asleep yet? All right. Next morning, everyone wakes up, hopefully, and everyone roll. Who just randomly died in their sleep? That's a fun DM mechanic, right? Like just rolling to be alive.
Roll for aneurysm.
That's a fun mechanic in all those campaigns.
If I get a nat 1, I just.
Yeah. So, next morning, you guys wake up and you think it's morning. It's hard to tell because you're underground. But everyone kind of wakes up and rolls out of floor.
I was in a bed.
Yeah, those who were in beds can come out and say hi. It's kind of up to you guys what you guys decide to do. So,
A little bit of breakfast too.
yeah, I can say you guys eat breakfast, and if you want to talk to any of the people you talked to last time you were here.
Sure. Do you have a contact with the Iron Guard?
Well, to the people you know have a contact with the other.
Yeah.
Does your sister have contact with the Iron Guard? Sister?
Yours?
I'm trying to talk. I mean, I assume we're having breakfast,
It
right?
sounded like she was questioning.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, I'm asking.
I wouldn't say a contact, but we're pretty familiar with, I guess, who runs that faction.
Who is it that runs the faction?
It's a gentleman who claims the name General Richard Thorin. Or Ricard Thorin. I didn't read my notes right. Ricard.
Yeah, that would be that
You're
would be
rich.
what's her name's husband,
Ricard.
brother. I'm looking at the guy who would know.
Yeah, so as you guys recall, whenever she says that, Eliana, the spy, an intelligence agent within the Crimson Dawn, you kind of see her kind of like bow her head a little bit. She says, "Yes, that is my half brother, and I do not have contact with him, so don't
Why is
ask."
that?
Well, you see,
Yeah.
She doesn't respond.
so the iron, right? Militant. The red, not so much. It's kind of different opinions. A lot of them.
Worth not talking to your sibling over.
Half sibling,
Sibling nonetheless.
not to me.
Right then.
Those Corsairs. We could go to the blue ones.
Tell them that we're coming directly from.
Oh, where are the Iron Guards stationed to patrol?
I don't know. What you know there, Dylan?
Well known here, but what?
Well, then you'll have an easy aim. Don't worry.
We're blue.
Very easy.
We're blue.
Yeah, I mean, Srev would probably have a pretty good idea of where to find some of them. You don't know where their hideout is. That's the point of a hideout.
Yeah.
But you know where, like they're not hard to find. Again, a lot of these factions, they don't have just innate hatred for each other. They just all have different ideologies. So they don't just walk around killing each other, but just don't necessarily believe in the same concepts. So
What is the
Distaste.
core belief of the Iron God?
You would take this away.
yeah, they're like remnants of the old militant sort of structure and mindset. So they sort of work as a vigilante force, trying to stop and help people who have been robbed, people who have been their homes taken from them, put on the street, etc. Try to stop, petty crimes like murder. And they're trying to restore kind of the old ways. So they're trying to bring things back to like order.
Yeah.
We're pretty old.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Faria, does it sound like something if the Emperor came back, those people would.
We might not know who I am. Though.
Yeah, I mean, any of them hold the same.
What
It's just
is-
hard to say because I don't know how much the Aztecs had influence over the militant. I mean, clearly it was a lot, so I don't know how much of that she was able to take over.
The Elder Militant was an Aztec.
Right.
And my uncle, I guess.
But there could be
Oh,
some
yeah.
split, maybe some of the.
And Akari's like, but they're not. These aren't militant. These aren't the ancient warriors that were the militant. These are people like you and me that decided that's what they wanted to fight for. I believe in the prophecy. I believed it would come true, and it seems to have began with you all coming here, led by my sister. But then now, the militant. If anything, I could. Now that you're all here, I could see maybe a path to unity with factions like the militant, that they don't want the city in ruins. Having leadership,
They want the whole city into a
that they would see. I would like to believe that they would see you all as a good sign, as something that they'd want. But I can't. Of course, I can't speak for them.
If there ends up being another all-out war, would you and your people be willing to follow suit?
To do what? Yeah, but fight who? An all-out war against who? There's not a common enemy besides
I
Alcor.
can't ever get the name right.
Lore keepers?
No.
Abyssal?
the bad people.
Astral?
Astral Brotherhood.
What did you
The
say?
Abyssal
I said Abyssal Order.
Close.
It's been 2 years, Adam.
Astral Brotherhood.
I always forget.
It's funny because I picked like just a normal word to make it easy to remember. I picked a word like astral. That's just easy to remember. And he's like, abacus people.
Big Bad Nest campaign, so he named Bob. That's it.
Well, then he looks at me and says, "Who's your order?" It's like,
Yeah.
your people. It's like,
By who?
We try to forget.
there it is.
So, yeah.
Your order.
Like the astral order. People.
Astral Brotherhood. Every time they say it wrong, Doc comes like Astral Brotherhood.
At this point, me like Shade has no idea what you guys are asking.
She's asking, will you help fight the Astral Brotherhood?
If we
Oh,
ask.
absolutely. Yeah, I would do that right now. I don't think we'd succeed, so don't. But I would.
Do you have an idea of how many people you have, your numbers?
I have probably more.
Okay, Cheryl.
I can't forget Cheryl. Probably less than 30. And that includes the 9 of you, 8 of you.
Quite small. Okay. Well, we kind of need you.
I will figure it out.
Yeah.
Forget Callan. He's not a big part of this at all.
He hasn't medicated in like days, and he needs to go do these things.
So as far as your people being 30 strong, including us, how many are we estimating belong to the other factions?
Well, it's difficult because anyone can share the ideology and say, I agree with, say, the militant, but that doesn't make them members or recognized associates. But so by that knowledge, there's probably a few hundred Crimson Dawn, but they don't have any allegiance to me. The militant are probably the largest faction of actual allied members, probably in the thousands.
Well, looks like that is where we need to go next.
Probably have to go there first.
They're typically the ones that, just candidly, they're the ones that don't like us the most because we typically are doing the things that they try to stop.
Fair enough.
But just for survival.
Look, I'm about 400 years out of my element, so it's okay.
Yeah, you're really good stuff.
I would consider myself probably the least fun out of the entire crew, and I'm not bothering.
Okay.
So let's go talk to these Iron Boys.
Iron Boys.
Oh, we should call that.
I'm just
Should know their name.
The Iron Babies. The Iron Guys.
No, that's
So you got Shadow Daddy.
that's their. There's like a cult of wives of the.
Iron Babies.
Yeah, they're the Iron Maidens. All right.
Actually, we need to get their name right.
Yeah, I should. I should get the name right.
Cool.
In character discussion between Minecraft.
So you guys leave the cave, leave the tunnel. It takes you, again, 15, 20 minutes or so to do so. It's early, not early morning, mid-morning, I'd say. So real time, probably like 10:30, 11 a.m. or so. There's I guess if you're trying to find militant, it's not hard. You see guys kind of dressed up in, it's again not the shiny militant armor you're used to, but they're definitely wearing armor of some regard, whether it's leather plate or like a half chainmail type shirt, something that shows that they're prepared for combat if needed. Srev could probably guide you guys to like some of them. Actually, just to make it streamlined a little bit, we'll say you guys talk to some of the militant and they kind of like point you in the direction of like others that would be able to help, that would be able to like actually give assistance, and you come across a kind of I would say shorter just compared to some of you guys, because a lot of you guys are well into the 6 feet range, but he's like 5'7". He's got like tall guy energy. As you guys walk up to him, he's kind of standing. It's almost like a quarterback in a huddle because he's just shorter than everyone around him, but they're all like above him. But he's like giving a speech, and you guys walk up as you hear him. All right, and break. And they all kind of do a bow and about face and turn, and then they all see you, and they see all of you guys there, and they look back at him, and then they kind of like slowly reach for their sword, and you see them like you do that, and they just kind of reach back.
No cross hands up.
Halt. And the shorter guy like steps out in front, crosses his arms, and he's like, "How can I help you?"
Well, I would like to just say that we may have some goals in line with one.
We will accept you immediately.
Well, that was
probably the baddest looking motherfuckers I've ever walked across this.
that was okay.
Actually, talk to your leader.
Oh, I was talking about him, but we'll take you too. Yes. Yes. Yeah, guys. Yeah, and they all start like clapping. Yes.
Who's in charge? Who can we talk to?
Oh. She cool? Oh, I'm in charge.
Big sight.
Yeah.
I don't have to do that. And Nari's gonna be like, how do you deal
I
with
was
that?
gonna say, why he says inside.
That's a dirty 20.
It'd be for somebody named
Yeah.
Thorn.
Shreds in the back. He's not. I know. He's not.
My name is Jacobson. Ian Jacobson. I'm in charge here. Welcome to the Militant. The Iron
What's the name again?
Militant.
Thorn? Richard Thorn?
Ricard Thorn.
Ricard Thorn.
I am.
Card.
Oh well, that's like the actual boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's who we want.
Oh, well, I mean, you guys, you have to be a part of the Iron Guard before you can.
Didn't you just accept 2 of our people?
Yeah, they can go see him for sure. I got. I mean, it's we just got to.
We're a package deal.
And he looks immediately at Srev like.
Package deal. Whole package. Big
Yeah,
package.
I mean, really, we only need a couple of people to be able to talk.
Okay, maybe.
I don't think that he accepted that.
Those 2 don't know who to hit unless the other ones point them out.
I'll point him out.
No, that doesn't work.
I would be okay.
I'm gonna point to Fairy.
Ian Jacobson knows how to point.
Then see immediately.
I'm gonna point to Fairy and be like, this one's pretty mean with a bow. He can be 2 of him and swing his weapon around.
There's
Is there like a little mini target or like something like someone's holding an apple in their hand?
Sure, hell yeah.
Something like that?
Hell yeah.
Fairy just kills somebody straight out.
There's a
one by one, like, well, they can
there's
do
a-
that, and he can do this.
there's an 8-year-old eating an apple.
Why would you do this to me?
You don't have a good track record.
Roll to hit.
Guys, let's see how good you are.
Shoot your-
It's either your apple or his eye.
It won't work unless I've already hit something. Okay.
Roll to hit.
Oh my god.
I have a plus 13.
Okay.
And now we're gonna fight these people and have enemies forever.
You know, we're gonna fight the dad of this child, I'm sure.
Oh, it was an 18 on the die plus 13.
Oh yeah, so you watch as
Hell yeah.
Faria like Katniss Everdeen make it a point.
I want to not look. I want to just.
Well,
Like, no, I'm gonna look. And
Let her have it.
Yeah.
I assume you're aiming for the apple, right? Okay.
You have to clarify.
In line, I'll be at it.
So you guys watch as with perfect precision, Faria just brings out her bow and just looking right at Ian Jacobson, just goes and the arrow goes soaring through the air, straight through the apple. The apple pierces and flies back into the back of another kid. And then I'm kidding.
It's his older brother.
I'm kidding. I couldn't resist. Yeah, but perfect. Right out of the kid's hand, and the kid's like immediately scared, and looked, and he was like, oh, because kids love shit like that. And then Ian's like, she's totally in, absolutely in. You might be my favorite so far. Sorry, guys. Ian Jacobs's stamp of approval.
Awesome.
He can make more. He can be more than just him. He can be multiples of him.
We all have the potential to be more than we are.
No, like literally.
Speeches. Like.
I'm going to do stuff like that.
There's a few moments of you guys like trying to sell yourselves.
I'll be real honest with you. These are the prophecy people.
Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Ian stands there, arms crossed, and then an armored young lady comes up behind Ian, and you guys all immediately recognize this as Caehanna, who has already been engulfed into the Iron Guard, and she's like, Caehanna standing over Ian, looking at all of you. What do you say?
Oh gosh.
You have everything you were already wearing, but this now you have like a little bit of like leather armor. You know, it's almost like Lost Boys from Peter Pan, where you have like some armor on. Yeah, just like it's just random sort of hodgepodge. But you see all your companions trying to join the Iron Guard, which you are now a member of.
Well, he's shorter than me, so I kind of look down at him like, let him in, fine.
I don't know, new kid. I don't know. I think I need to see more. Oh, you know them?
Yeah.
He's friends.
You have friends?
Yes.
You haven't said anything about friends. I thought we were friends.
We're all
Hi,
Now-
friend.
Now, people who have too many friends make me nervous.
We can never have too many friends. No one always has back.
That is what we say here in the Iron Guard all the time. You can never have too many friends. And they're all good?
They're all good.
Sorry, I don't mean to deliberate in front of you where we're judging your talents, but you know, we just need. Did you say prophecy?
We really want to lead with that card.
I'm surprised y'all didn't.
And then,
Oh yeah, I'll lean down and like swivel the head around and show him the back of my neck.
oh. We are. We're here. We're here. We did it. We've arrived. We are at the peak of humanity right now. Everyone, I can't be more excited to share that you are all
Timeshare.
that you are all honorary, no, permanent members of the Iron Guard.
At the end of the day, we're gonna be members of every faction.
I was gonna make them work together.
So, now can we speak to the card for it?
Oh, I mean, you have to now. I mean, you're the prophecy. You have to come on. KK, do you mind taking them and just taking them straight to General Thorne? And I'm going to stay here because it's my job. I'm the leader here. And if you guys need anything like backup and protection, except for her, because she doesn't need it, just call me. Just call me. I'll be right there. I have a horse. It's a little small. It's like a pony. It's a little smaller, but like I ride it really fast, so I can be there.
Is it Captain Commander Jacobson?
No, just Ian. Ian Jacobson. Nice to meet you all. Wow. Yeah, this was a great day. I can't wait to tell all of my friend.
You're gonna get talked to a lot tonight.
All right, guys. Well, you got it, Kay?
Got it. That's good.
All right. Hey, everybody. As you guys are like walking away, hey, everybody.
Kind of tussle his hair like a kid.
We just met the fucking Jesus. Fuck. Sorry. Prophecy. Okay. You guys are like walking away, and you hear Ian. He's like, so I don't know. I am best friends with the prophecy. So if you guys need anything once the city is restored, call your boy Ian.
Okay.
I discovered the prophecy and let them into the iron.
I actually was the one who gave them the Ian Jacobson stamp of approval.
His recruiting numbers.
It's actually not a lie. He did actually make you guys members.
We are part of his downline now.
Nice.
See, you recruit 5 other people.
Yeah, see,
We gotta recruit the next
Jacobson is our upline now.
Cool. So, Caehanna, you're back with your crew. You're gonna walk them through the streets of the city. You guys again are drawing so much attention as you guys flaunt through the city. It's like you guys are like celebrities, but they didn't even know who you were. They can tell just from the way you're walking through the city that you guys are the prophecy.
We got swag.
Just something
Yeah.
about
That
it.
was cool.
Yeah. It's maybe something that you guys aren't covered in filth and dirt. And just like, wow, these guys, something's going on.
They're clean, so they must be the prophecy. They can afford to bathe.
Praise be, baby. Praise be. Yeah, Caehanna, as you kind of take them through the city, we'll say it takes maybe a 10-15 minute walk. You guys are going more towards the western part of the town, through sort of where the market district is. You know where the hideout is, so you'll be able to kind of get them in. Is there anything that you want to share about like what you've been up to since you snuck away yesterday and joined the Iron Guard? Yeah, this is where you can just kind of make something up.
I don't know, I guess I thought it'd be cool to have Milton on our side, so I kind of did a sneaky plan and got her to become. Except we almost right away after I showed him some.
You got a weapon.
Seems to be Ian's thing.
It gave us a connection to to meet with the card.
Doesn't seem like the recruitment requirement was high.
No, it's not.
I think it's
As we're walking, I want to lean into Faria and be like,
By the way, do you think Bjorn is anywhere near here?
I don't know. I mean, last he was with Cornelius's mom. I was walking
Technically, that was like 4.something trillion years ago.
That's true. That's true.
Whoops.
Maybe we can crystal ball it.
Oh
If
yeah.
only someone could check on
Well, we
aliens.
could maybe check in on my baby boy. 4 trillion years ago.
Is it always a boy? Can it be?
Was it
now?
your one night? Your one night stand from before? That little boy?
How long is the walk till?
We'll say about 15 minutes or so.
So then I'm just gonna, and then zone out and check on Bjorn.
Okay. As you look into this crystal ball, there's a chill as like the wind blows across what you can see. Like your scope of vision is, well, spherical. Like you're looking through like a telescope almost, and you see like kind of dust and snow being blown across, like laterally. Like it's so windy that things are being blown horizontally. And as you get closer, you realize that you're actually looking the wrong way. You're looking out of a cave entrance where all this wind is blowing. And as your little sphere turns and you look, you see a very, very, very big boy. You see a almost, we'll say just for scope and size estimations, close to like a gargantuan size ice phoenix. Bigger, much bigger than the one you originally fought. And you see him just, he's kind of what would be considered nesting, where he's laying in this giant cave, and you just kind of see him breathing and just.
You can see if he answers to his name.
Bjorn?
Can you talk through it?
Yeah, I can communicate with him telepathically.
Oh, that's right. He's like, you see like his eyes kind of open, and his eyes are. It's like the dragon from Game of Thrones, where his eyes are blue for the first time when he opens up and it's closed. So it's like the big blue, like sapphire eyes, and you see his eyes open, and he like stretches his neck up, and he looks, and he doesn't see anything, but he definitely reacted to whatever the fuck you just said.
Hey Bjorn, it's Melicroft. I don't know if you ever really got to know my name. I'm the big metal guy that was with your mom and with all the people that were with you when you exploded out of a backpack more than once. And
make a perception check.
ooh, which one am I gonna use?
That good time you had and you were
When you
I'm assuming Melicroft gets like 2 seconds into the like mumble fest. It's like, oh yeah, this guy. Yeah. Who could forget that? Perception.
12? Okay. It wasn't a hard thing. You weren't looking for anything specific. You notice behind Bjorn there's like against the wall, kind of like caveman style like drawings and paintings, but it's scraped in clearly with this claw, and you see like a figurine of like a stick figure, seemingly woman with wings. And as you look, you actually see the whole crew. You see like a dog like looking thing, because it's all stick figures, so it's not like artwork. It's like a dog like looking thing, but it has like 3 tails. You see the big robot looking guy. Like you see, essentially, he's drawn everybody. You see a big hat. Like you see everybody. Sorry. But everybody here has a little stick figure version that Bjorn has drawn in this cave. Yeah, and you notice that he carved it in, and it's not rock behind him. It's all ice. It's like an ice cave that has been coated.
I don't know if you know where Redborough is, but that's where we are. Asheroth, big major city. Are you near Mythfrost? You can't answer me, but everyone's gonna be really excited to know that you're here.
You see him like looking around frantically, and he starts to kind of like breathe a little heavier, and he's just kind of looking around trying to find you. Like you see him like he's literally like a dog being called but doesn't know where.
I was wondering if you could get him to go outside the cave
and you watch him like kind of shrink his wings back and like just do a sprint out this cave and just and as he breaks open the wings, because he's so big, as the wings expand, all the wind around and all that like snowy dust parts as you're watching, and so it's just boom, and then you see the daylight beyond, and there's just been this nonstop storm, almost like some sort of layer feature. And he expands his wings, and as he leaves the cave, you see a coastline, and you see a familiar city that looks like Mythfrost, as he is looking down at Mythfrost from the giant mountain above, and he just in the distance, you just see him.
He's flying to Inverna.
I will snap back. Well, Bjorn's very much alive, and Bjorn's very big. And he remembers us, and I think he's on his way. But he's up by Mythfrost, so.
Oh, you'll see.
It'll be a fun surprise.
The most cleverest form of explosion you've ever seen.
But he's very alive and very big. And
You know when your friends in Crimson doubt us on a lot of stuff? We're really skeptical. If I tell you, you're still going to be skeptical.
How close are we talking? Like, if I go out and maybe fly up.
He's at
how,
Mythfrost.
as the crow flies, Shade,
Oh.
how far away would Mythfrost be?
As the Phoenix flies, probably like 200 miles.
We got
It's a little ways off.
It was several days for us to get to Mythfrost from Redbird.
Yeah.
It would take him no time at all.
Right.
I told him we were here, and I told him you were here. So,
Can we speak to you, good news?
I don't know if he's on his way or not, but he took off, and
You might want to tell him to not attack anything.
it seems like he hasn't been attacking anything for a good while.
Okay.
Also, he like carved.
Maybe we can. Maybe we'll check the skies in a little bit.
Yeah, I would just look up occasionally. I think he's on the way.
He's
I
probably
don't know if I can overstate this though. You won't miss him.
How big are we talking?
Bigger than me?
Much.
Well,
That's my boy.
You remember that thing that attacked us when we were on our way into Celestia? Oh no, he's much bigger than he was when we met him originally. So I'm saying that big blue thing that attacked us when we jumped into Celestia, about that.
I mean, we met him when he was an egg.
No.
No, we killed him when he was a bird.
Pulled out of the sky.
Well, I guess I'll keep an ear peeled for screeching and giant wings.
Cool.
You won't be upset that you abandoned him for so long.
I consider what happened abandoned.
He seemed
but
excited. He did not seem
We'll see what
upset.
happens.
Didn't you actively tell him to grab my mother? So that
Yeah.
he names that.
I didn't say. Yeah, that's true. I didn't see your
can you
mom.
find his mom? Did you try that already?
No, I wasn't making that case. I was just saying he understood that we were not there.
Yeah.
So he grabbed my mother.
Is your mom a vampire though?
Well, I think the main vampire was killed, so she was no longer
Hold on.
specific to that.
I guess I'm gonna transcribe his mom.
How many times can you do that per day?
It's unlimited.
Just unlimited, right?
Legendary item.
Yeah, that's super good that I gave you that.
Now, if the person doesn't want me to see them, they can still pass the save, and I'm SOL for a day.
No, she doesn't. I don't think she would care.
He's like trying to figure out where she.
No. I know where she is. I'm trying to. All right. I need to take this item away because it ruins all my surprises. As you scry, she is on the back of Bjorn riding in.
Could have seen that coming.
And as if you're scrying on her, you see as the wind is blowing her hair back, she hasn't looked like she's aged hardly at all, and the wind is blowing, and she still has the vampiric teeth as she's flying, and she's holding on. Oh. Good.
Maybe the orb should be.
And after this
the
orb, it
orb
cracks
is
and
shatters.
shatters.
Yeah.
It's about to get
Oh,
stolen.
no.
Two things.
Okay.
Your mom is still alive. She's still with Bjorn, and I get this feeling like somewhere in my soul that like I'm using.
Well, if you remember right, whenever you looked at Valcor,
Mhm.
whenever you scryed on Valcor, he cracked it. I haven't decided what that means yet, but I think I just did. So a fun way to do this is to leave it up to dice. So you can use it as much as you want, but every time you use it, you're going to need to roll a D100. And if you
Ooh.
roll under, we'll say 15 or under, or your spell level or your current level, so we'll say 12 or under, then it cracks. But so you have 88% that it doesn't crack. You have 12% that it does. But you'll roll that after you've seen whatever you see. So
Okay. Well, it's been nice.
No
It's
way.
a 0.
oh, that's not good.
On one of the dice, but I think it was a tenor.
It's 90 or
It's
60.
90.
90.
No, is it?
It's a 90.
I mean, it doesn't matter. If
It's
90 or
either a
60.
90 or a 60.
Oh, that's fine.
As long as it's not a 10.
Or no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as it's not a 9 or a 6.
No, I think that's a 6.
Well, it's still fine.
No, I think that's a 6.
What?
No, you can't roll a 6 on that.
It would have to be double zeros and
Yeah.
a 6.
Yeah.
Oh,
that.
double 0 is 6, so 60. My bad.
I was like,
That's always gonna roll.
I was just hoping you didn't get a 10.
Melicroft is trying to help the world.
He's trying to help the DM. He's like, damn it, I feel bad.
Oh, I'd laugh if it busted. The
Yeah,
first
it'd be
time I rolled.
funny if it busts. I'm not, but also I don't want you to be able to just use that all the time. There needs to be a little bit of.
You know what you put a daily use limit on it?
Yeah, but it is to his point, it is a legendary item.
Yeah.
So we'll say that since Valcor cracked it, now has a little bit of uncertainty into it. So
do you need to roll it twice?
I will go ahead and just give you since you're attuned to this item. No, just the once. I just once. At least this time. Now that I've introduced it, we'll do that every time. But we'll say since you're so attuned to the item that whenever he cracked it and like whenever you're doing this saves, like now you realize that if you were to scry on Valcor again, it would be a much higher risk of it cracking or shattering. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what that risk is, but we'll say it's higher than 12.
Fair enough.
But you can still do it. And I'll say even to just throw some temptation in there just to make it fun. Now that you've already passed to scry on him, you'll be able to scry on him with he'll have disadvantage to save against it.
Oof.
Ah, the temptation.
High risk, high reward.
Palpable.
See a little characters dangling?
Oh, yeah. You want to do it?
I would never.
You can do it. I have faith in you.
Don't let Tristan roll.
Yeah, don't let Tristan roll.
I'm wondering if it falls apart after I untune. Anyway,
My mother's riding an ice phoenix.
she is, and
And there's more.
as far as I can tell, still
What did you say?
This
Did
whole,
he say Ice Phoenix?
Oh yeah.
this whole time we haven't said what it was.
Oh.
Oh, that's the greatest. It's like my mom's riding a night phoenix, and she's still a vampire.
Well, that's good, because otherwise I would assume she'd be dead.
What do you say?
But I worried. because
We've had some
of-
adventures.
I'm glad to hear that.
She's alive, and they appear to be on the way. So,
Well, did
She's
you let her know
vampires.
we were?
well, I mean,
I imagine she's
once again, the arguing of semantics, where that's not ice phoenix vampires that were past the point of semantics.
I feel like Shredder's stuck on semantics at this moment.
I have one thing grounding me to reality.
You said Ice Phoenix.
being ridden by my mother, who's a vampire.
A
So,
huge Ice Phoenix.
Gargantuan.
okay.
We're throwing words out. Gargantuan probably.
Well, did you let them
So
know?
you believe that?
You're bringing it here.
Well, it's her.
Well,
it's her
I-
child.
It's my baby.
She
Yeah.
she birthed
Okay,
she
we're
birthed
walking
it.
into the militant side of everything here.
Just worried.
I mean, we
Just
might
worry.
have a few minutes.
Also, I will fly up to meet him if I hear him coming, so he won't just land.
When you start to
That'd
feel
be
cold,
better
let us
for
know.
you. I'm always cold.
Ooh, can I join?
What?
I can fly.
Yeah, I don't see why not. You're a baby boy.
So, you guys are being walked
Well,
to.
then maybe let me go first.
Yeah, you guys are being walked to the Iron Guard's hideout. Unlike the Crimson Dawn, that is a secretive tunnel system to find this cave, the Iron Guard's hideout is really not that secretive. It is, blocked by a hidden door within the back of a bookstore. But anyone with any sort of common sense, yeah, that's if you wondered how Caehanna got sucked in, she was hanging out in the bookstore.
Good hideout. No one would ever thought it would be there.
Oh yeah, but then if you just walk by this place at any time, there's like dozens of clearly Iron Guard militant looking dudes. It's like, oh, these guys are really well read. But it is in the it's kind of at a hidden back door, and then you open that door, and then you walk through, and it expands to a much bigger kind of room. Not just this room, but it's like a giant room where there's multiple like large tables, and from this there's maybe a dozen subset of different rooms and just areas to kind of explore. But once you're in this main like thoroughfare, like everyone looks back at this opening and sees all of you, and they're like, whoa. Whoa. And approaching is a man in full armor, like head to toe, not like knight level where it's like even is like, when I say head to toe, not literally, just like he's got the shins, the thighs, the like chest plate, and like shoulder, like, and just some basic kind of leather bracers, yeah, sort of. Yeah,
So
man.
neck to shin, not head to toe.
Yeah, but he's just like one of the most decked out here as far as like actual armor. Everyone else is sort of piecemeal together, but he's got it going on. And he's got kind of a full, I would say not raggedy but bushy beard. And he stands probably about like 6'2", so pretty decent size. Not again compared to like Callan and Melicroft who could tower, but he's still a tall guy.
He's actually taller than I am now.
Yeah, that's right. You guy, huh? Yeah, and he steps up, just every step creating like a rattle of all the metal that he's wearing. He does have kind of like dark red hair. Actually, the kind of the vision I have for this, you guys know that redhead guy from Game of Thrones, the ice guy. It's kind of like him. He's got like a bushy beard, except that guy's really red hair. This guy's kind of like a dark red, like not like crazy.
Not orangey red.
Yeah, not orangey red. Yeah, like a dark red. Yeah. And he kind of walks up and he sees all of you, and he sees Caehanna, and he's like, welcome, I guess. How can we help you?
Who you like to talk to? Or
Are you a card store?
I am. And you are?
We are, as we've been told to say, the prophecy. My name is Callan Shazera.
He looks at you.
I want us all to have actually laughed.
Like-
we get this a lot.
Like he looks you up and down. He's like, huh. Bigger than I thought they'd be.
Oh, don't worry, he's a grower.
So you two are an item.
Son of my father.
Not my son.
Let's keep the unpleasantries to a minimum until we get to know each other better. Wow. Everyone.
I'll show him my noble's ring.
All of you, everyone is the prophecy.
We've been told.
Once again, I'll bend
What's on
down
the back of our necks?
swivel the head around.
Technically not that bad.
Yeah, look at
No
it.
offense.
Yeah, what's with the Crimson Dawn in here?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
See ya.
no,
Your
no,
sister
No.
Fish says hi.
I doubt that.
She really didn't. We asked. She didn't say much.
She's not a fan.
Pretty explicitly the opposite.
Yeah.
What brings you all here?
Uh,
I'm happy that if the prophecy is correct, we are thrilled to have you, but
Well,
there must be a reason for this visit.
we've been made aware that the Astral Brotherhood has been making
Yeah, get
things
him out of there.
difficult for people around here for a very long time. And a couple of us, all of us, have a pretty vested interest in killing that guy and wiping out that organization.
Oh.
And so,
we would like to unify the factions.
Oh. Well.
we were told that your organization has the goal of, if not trying to reinstate, honoring the old ways and trying to keep this place from falling further into ruin. And we would like to drag it out of this state into a better situation entirely. So we're looking for your help in that regard.
So you want me to team up with
Us.
and
Well, they're teaming up with us, and if you team up with us, you don't necessarily have to like each other as long as you.
Don't kill each other.
well, how do I know that if we team up with you all and others to overthrow the Brotherhood, how do we know that things won't just go right back under a new
I would like to
tyrannical
restore my home.
leader?
Because we have a king.
I
Will
would
this
like to-
will this king allow factions such as the Crimson Dawn to exist in his new world?
I don't see why a kingdom can't thrive with a militant body. They were named the Iron Guard. I'm not going to change that. You are all my people.
He's not asking about.
Yeah, I'm not asking about the Iron
He's
Guard.
asking about us.
The Crimson.
Criminal activity.
Criminal's a strong word.
For us, it is.
Not for you, it's not.
Can we put it in the framework of things necessary to survive?
Exactly. Thank you.
So what if it becomes unnecessary?
We would.
All right, problem solved.
Probably.
If I fix this, if one day we fix the
Throw that
problems of
in, yeah.
food and order, there's no need for the Crimson Dawn. There will always be a need for the militant or its descendants. But like your sister, people who are good at information are always going to be needed. Any kingdom thrives off of information.
I can bring up his sister.
All right, give me a. Let's do a group persuasion check.
Oh God!
You want me involved or not?
Yes.
Great. Do I have to be involved? I was quiet the whole time.
Yep.
Oh,
Fuck.
boy. Not.
This is the session where you're
It is
giving
my
us all
best.
that one information.
This is 20.
That was a trial.
Oh, I did good.
No.
I will not be bringing the group
I
down.
will. I will absolutely be bringing the group down.
Don't worry, I'll bring it back up.
I got
I'll be there to make sure we don't get too humble. Once we get humble.
I couldn't fuck everything up, so I had to do it for me. Oh no. It's okay, I counterbalance her.
You counterbalance the rest of the group?
Oh fuck.
So, Cornelius. 8. Okay.
17.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
23.
3.
And then Srev.
34.
Those normally least convincing people.
Rickard glances at Shrev and just winks at him. He's like,
He is over 6 foot, so.
Okay.
Do we need to do math? Figure out what the average is?
No, you're fine. We'll fight for you.
That was easy.
Thank you.
If you can promise that when we defeat the Brotherhood and you all take over as the leadership that is needed in this land, that you will be fair, you will be just to those that commit the crimes and affect the most poor and vulnerable members of our society.
Absolutely.
Then you have the might of the Iron Guard. And they all, in the back, they're like, yeah!
I'll reach out to shake his hand.
Yeah, he shakes your hand. He's like, yes. All right. Yes, of course. Nice to meet you as well. All of you are the prophecy, correct? And
Yes.
Callie joins in and she's like, I don't think I'm the prophecy, but this is cool.
She is my sister, Anisha's Aaron.
Yeah, I am that. Yeah. But now I'm a militant member. This is cool. Or I guess Iron Guard. I'm just so used to calling you all militant. I'm a member of the Guard. Nice.
So Shrev has explained that there are more evil factions out there.
Well,
I never use the word evil.
Bad.
Less savory.
You said bad.
There are factions that sell people into slavery, kill, murder.
we try to stop that where we can.
But is there more of a faction that we do not need to align with and just need to remove?
You might need the strength of everyone if we're trying to take over the city.
Huh?
Every faction that you do not align with will just create more resistance in the fight.
Got a council, the leaders of each faction.
Where's the leader of your faction? Will they?
That's up to you. I don't know. She's not my.
My sister.
Well, she's the leader of your faction.
But she's not my sister.
My
I'm not related to anyone in my faction.
Yes, she is still at the stronghold. But when
Can you bring her here to shake
Give me a second.
to shake on this?
Oh,
How about we
yeah,
meet
go
at
teleport.
how about we meet at a more neutral location?
Where?
Castle.
We cannot go there.
Oh, we can now.
Everyone can.
We
Oh,
took
is there
care
a
of that
second?
problem.
Really?
Yeah.
The witch is dead.
She's right here.
Which is
Oh, I am so sorry. That was me. But not in my current form. I was cursed by the Brotherhood, actually, so I'm probably okay now. I mean, I am okay. I don't know why I said probably. That was a bad choice of words. I'm totally fine. I promise I won't enslave and kill anyone anymore.
I see the resemblance, especially when you're smoking your smoke.
I mean, yeah, let us nice. I missed that.
But yeah, my home is your home. It needs some renovations and cleaning, but a good sweep couldn't hurt.
I bet we could dispatch some militants to take care of that.
I mean,
Oh sure, if they want to help clean, I'm happy to go help too. I promise I won't enslave and kill anyone.
well, the militant more probably need to repair the bridge.
You didn't need to say that out loud.
I'm just cool with it.
I'm just cool with it.
I am who I am. Yeah, the bridge would need to be repaired. But for now, we can maybe just do some sort of a temporary fix, put some boards over it, or just a walker. Why do you keep looking at me like this?
Just the things you're saying are scary.
I'm just saying. Well, you can jump. I can fly now, which is really great, I guess. I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I promise I want to slave you.
It's coming up multiple times.
well, when you've been living in a
Apparently,
state of
that's just
mind
what I'm known
400
for around
years.
here. It's what I'm known for around here. I just want to be very clear that that's not what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, but it makes it less clear when you say it out loud.
I won't say anything
I think
anymore.
it's quite clear what she's saying. I understand she won't be enslaving people.
Yeah, anymore. I mean, I did it a lot, but I won't do it anymore. Anyways, and Thorin, the general's like very confused. He's like, so this was the witch, and then now she's with you guys. Was she a part of the prophecy? Is she a
She was
crimson?
cursed by the person we've come to remove.
Oh, and you guys are. Oh, you must be the real deal. You were able to lift a curse.
We think so.
Wow.
I mean, as we've been told by our deity.
Ian. And Ian comes walking up. It's like, I told you they'd come.
I also like to think that he had to get here back before us. So I just see him like sprinting through the alleys.
He's standing as tall as he can next to it. Yes, Captain, General, Captain, General, Captain. You called? What do you need? And General Thorin looks down. He says, I need you to wrangle up some of your best men. We have a very important mission. I need you to clean up the castle.
And repair the bridge.
And repair the bridge. Get it ready for a council of sorts.
You get more competent on the bridge work.
Ian's very competent.
I'm very competent for cleaning the castle.
Ian's an engineer that got drafted into the military. He's like, oh, thank goodness.
Speaking of engineers, I do have someone who could probably help.
Would you be willing to bring them to the bridge to help?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, they like building.
Is this your guy?
No, he's part of the.
Trev, if it's the one with the rats, he doesn't actually build the tunnels.
No, not him.
I think this partnership must be built on trust. So I will trust in all of you to, if this person is good at building bridges, then they're probably the best for the job. Bring them.
Oh, that's good. Building. When have you ever built a bridge?
It's not. That's why I didn't think it would be difficult to put boards over. I don't think right now is the time for a permanent fix. I think we just need a way to get across. I don't think we need to build a bridge. I think we just need to.
We'll be fine. Just have your engineer please come to the bridge.
He'll supply the labor. All right.
Who's next?
Yes. What's the remaining factions on the list?
There's
the blue, the black, the merchant, the pirates.
The closest would be the Arcane Collective. The Arcane Collective are the mages and scholars of this group. That really wanted, they ultimately wanted nothing to do with any of the conflict and war and battles. They were just trying to kind of stay out of everything, to be honest.
But be more convincing if you
Right, which is why I say
Correct.
yeah, I agree.
You're also in the same area as the Black Talons, which are one of the ones that were deemed by your new friend as bad.
unsavory.
Why are they unsavory?
Well, have you ever heard of the black market? Yeah.
No.
Why do they make them unsavory?
Is there lots of meat?
It's just a regular market until they show up.
So if they sell
I
people?
say we should.
Not people per se.
You still haven't given me an explanation of why they're bad.
You'll see when we get there.
Alright, let's go.
And
They're not always good, but they're not. I think it's important that we go into these negotiations thinking everyone can be good, or else we have a predisposition to go to combat too quickly. Would it make sense for me to join this coalition? Or would it make sense for me to join this coalition, or do you think you'd have more success without me here?
What's your relationship with the unsavory market?
We constantly are at
Well, then you
ends.
probably should not.
I fear you're correct. Well, how about this? My men and your engineer will work to get the bridge up to stuff and clean up the castle. And it's now high noon. How about by this evening, we'll say around sunset, shortly before sunset. So like 8 p.m., like about 8 hours from now. How about by then, I will be there. Hopefully, so will your leader, and whoever else you can convince to have the first council, hopefully, aligned of this, hopefully, new city.
Do you think we can collect a lot of people within 8 hours?
We split.
We just need the 4.
I mean, if
We can't have them all again.
if we can't, should we try tomorrow night?
Tomorrow evening, maybe a bit.
Or maybe tomorrow in the day? If
I agree.
More time
I
for us
think
to
we need more
gather.
time.
I think in the day is best anyway. That way there's not the risk of hidden archers and assassins in the night.
Yes, I agree.
So tomorrow at noon,
Huh?
Tomorrow at noon.
That's fine.
the council will convene. Thank you all. We have work to do.
Okay, repairs can be done.
So, you guys exit through the bookstore, and you
You see this new book?
Shadow Daddy.
there is a entire
In a glass case.
no, there's a stand up of
First edition.
like 30 of the same book. That this one looks like all the other books are older. This one is definitely a newer book, as if it was recently released. Maybe someone here in the city is the author and has it stacked in here, and it is the 3rd chapter in an installment series called Shadow Daddy.
Let's roll
Slide a handshake.
yeah. I'll be an 8.
You still get it. You still get it.
Do we all see?
That'd be 11.
Oh, for sure he knocks down the sand.
Yeah, I'll do that. The whole thing where like I tumble into
Oh.
it, then I'll kind of like, oh, sorry.
Okay. If you're doing that, do a deception check. Do a deception check.
What's better? Oh,
It's even better if you fail this.
11.
Okay. Oh, we'll say that's not like a complete failure, but like because you're distracted, you knock into it. But some people definitely see it. That you like scoop one in, but you're trying to like put it all back. Yeah, you get a little copy. You get a copy of it. And on the back cover is the summary that I sent earlier. Okay, so you guys exit this library. Bookstore. And as you walk out towards the market district,
Might be putting up a gold coin at the bookstore counter place because he didn't pay. That's actually a good. Yeah, I'll just. And she slides it.
No, it's metal. It's
True.
but you guys exit the store and walk towards the market district. And as you all approach this kind of open square, there's like everyone kind of scatters as you guys get here. Like there's a bunch of like merchants here, and they see you all coming. And as they see you, like you see a lot of people like start to close up their business, like put everything away, shut the doors, close down the curtains, and they all run away. And as you guys get even closer, you see probably a dozen of these kind of no good looking thugs walking out, and they got like clubs in their hand. They have like machetes and like kind of put together weapons. Like it's not like the magical weapons that you guys are stacked with right now. They're like very basic combat type things, but they're all walking out and in a way trying to surround you as you guys are in the market. And you all kind of look behind, and as everyone's first there's like a dozen, and then there's like 5 or 6 more that sprinkle in, come in behind you, and then there's a couple more that come in But then you see what looks to be maybe like the leader of this group. As I look at my notes to try to find who the leader of the group is, you see a kind of a cowboy-looking guy, kind of walk out, boots and spurs, leathers, and a hat. And behind him, you guys see an old, not old, I don't know why I said that. You see your friend Levi, an old friend you haven't seen in a day. Levi walking kind of behind this guy. Levi, as you see your friends here, it clicks that, oh, this is who we're jumping. And the guy who's walking in front of you just kind of strolling up, and you see, all of you guys see that this guy is the only one that seems to have like actual like decent weapons on him. But you guys all see Levi behind him. You do.
Levi!
Smiley wave, smiley wave.
How you doing?
These people can't be serious.
Doing all right. How you doing?
What are you
Hey,
doing?
what's going on here?
What the fuck, Levi?
I know these guys.
Well, then why are we trying to steal from him if we know him?
I'm trying to steal from there. We're trying to steal from everyone else.
Well, I got it. Play it cool.
We hear well, I can see lips, so I see all this. I'm like,
You say you read it, play it cool, and he turns back and he's like, "Greetings, misunderstanding." And he like snaps his fingers twice, and all the people who were in the market come back out and like open everything back up. He's like, "Sorry about that. Enjoy your shopping. Wrong group of people. we got the wrong group. My bad."
cool.
Huh?
That was cool.
What? What do you mean?
That's cool.
Yeah, I know. Why are you saying it?
That just making an observation.
I like her. I like you. You're cool.
What's your name?
Levi, what's the deal?
Well, I
What's
touch you to see if you're cold.
what's the deal?
You're
What's the
on
deal
that?
with this one?
Oh yeah, come here.
My name's Feria. Well,
I
we
pull
got
out.
Callan, and I just kind of like introduce
Yeah.
everybody. Tell them what they all do. These were the people I've been traveling.
Well, I'll be damned. I'm Eric. I run this little ragtag group of.
You run all the Talons?
The Talons. Whoa, man. We don't like to say that out loud. Yeah. we go by the Black Talons.
You just said it out loud.
Yeah, but I whispered it, so it's a. I run the show around here. We keep the markets under check, make sure that everybody is doing what they're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean?
Levi,
So is this the merchant guild you talked about, or is this not the merchant guild?
This is not the merchant. This is the other one.
I'd say we're the merchant guild. We run the merchant guild. What is a guild?
It's a collective of people.
Dude, that's us, man.
How tall is he?
5'10", 5'11".
I'll walk up to him and put my hand down.
Howdy. How you doing? I'm
Callan
Eric.
Shazare.
Holy shit, man. like the ones in the castle type folks. Man, you got friends in high places.
Yes, I do.
Wow.
Pretty high.
Man, this guy came up to us and he's all like, "I like your style, man." I was like, "Of course you do. Of course you do." And this was-
You like to get high.
I do.
what's that mean?
That's
Huh?
what I've been told.
What is that?
Well, I said it wrong.
Do
You
you
heard
have
of glow cut?
I don't know what that is, brother. We do have, and he kind of looks at one of the merchants that's within like earshot, and he's like, and you see her like a secret compartment in front of the merchant little door that's on the front of her little shopping cart type thing. you see it spin around, and on the other side of this little latch, you see her pull open a pin, and it drop down. And as it opens up, you see a plethora of different like mushrooms and herbs and things like that. And he says, "Now I don't know what grow clap."
Glow cap.
Hey, that sounds like a good time, brother. But everything in here, this is all.
Do I see any glow cap? I just
Oh yeah. Most of it is glow cap. He just doesn't call it that. He's like, I don't know what that is, but I will tell you that we got some mushrooms in here. We got some little leaves that you twist them up. You can light them and smell it, and put you through quite the loop. But it'll cost you.
Cost you what?
His hat moves.
Well, actually, for you all,
I'm gonna give you water.
it's on the house. If you really are one of the family, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool.
I'm gonna kind of walk over and just get a few pieces of glow cap.
The lady working there kind of bows to you as you pluck it out.
I'll pull out the alchemy jug.
Mm-hmm.
And does she have like a bowl anywhere that's
It's like a canteen.
Yeah.
Wanna?
I'll fill it up with fresh water.
Are you sure? That's why he's the man. You're the man.
I like you.
So is there anything you guys need out here? I mean, I'll be honest with you.
We need some assistance dealing with a certain association of people known as the
Yeah, they're not fun.
Would you?
They do it. Listen, I understand. I do things outside what the scales think, but those folks do dirty business.
We plan to get rid of them.
That sounds great,
Are you, in fact, the leader of the town?
man. Why do you keep saying that? Yes, thank you, brother. Yeah, they call me Captain Eric Greywind. I keep everybody in check around here. Make sure that we only take what's necessary.
Are you Captain? Captain? They don't just call you Eric.
You can call me all kinds of things, man. What do you prefer? Do you like Captain or Eric? What suits me best? And he kind of tilts his like cowboy hat to you. What do you think?
We'll stick with Eric.
Hell
How
yeah.
about Councilman Eric?
I don't know what that word means at all.
We're a council, right? It's a collective of people.
Oh, so like I'd be like
a guild.
I'd be like a guild man.
Very small.
I'm gonna lean
Yeah,
over
right.
and just
Yeah, that's it.
loudly whisper in his ear, "That's good."
He like does that thing where he like kind of like puts like he kind of slaps your chest with the back of his hand. He's like, hell yeah. Nice.
We
Man.
are having the leaders of the Red Crimson Dawn, the Iron Guard, hopefully you, convene at the castle
For what, man?
to
Join us.
join us in unifying y'all's factions to fight the Astral Brotherhood under the prophecy.
The prophecy. Oh man, that's crazy. That's real cool. I don't think that's real though.
Turn around and show the glowing symbol on the back of our necks.
I don't know what that symbol means at all.
Captain Nick.
Hey, my man.
All the business that you run and the things that you do, right, entail a certain level of livelihood, right?
Like people being alive.
Well, like having
We tried to rob us,
things,
definitely.
having nice things.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
So, would you like to enjoy those nice things in a nice city with nice walls and nice buildings with nice decorations?
Yeah, you know, a city like that.
We're trying to build one of those, and we would like your help in doing that.
I mean, that sounds great.
We're trying to turn this, gestures vaguely,
Market or
into
like
a
the whole
nice-
city.
into
Oh
a
man.
nice area, into a nice city.
Okay.
What you sell and what you do is your own business.
Hell yeah.
But I would like some assistance in helping make this a nice place to do that in, and so would everyone else.
Hey, you got it, Tim, man.
Do you think you could help us do that?
I don't know how to build a city.
But you know how to run a business.
That's what I do best.
And we need you to represent your business on our council.
That's like the guild thing.
Yes.
Think of it as the council will be the leaders of the rest of the factions. All together. We will make the city better.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? I like that. What do I feel like there should be some sort of exchange here, though. Like, I feel like
You come to the council meeting and discuss options with us. And
Yeah.
in turn, your men protect the merchants, the markets.
yeah.
Do what
Okay.
they do in an honorable fashion.
If fighting comes this way,
Protect people.
all we need from you is your word that you won't attack the members of the other factions. You will attack.
I mean, as long as the people attacking me aren't those other members of the factions, I feel like that seems.
We're working on that as
That
we
is
speak.
fair.
We can probably just talk about that at your guild.
Guild meeting.
Perfect.
Idla baby. Come on.
Ready to take a break?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When's this shindig going down?
Tomorrow at high noon.
Okay. Another question, probably important. Where is this shindig
The
going?
castle. Big castle, Shazam castle.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I like that place. It's pretty. Reminds me of home. I mean, not like I ever lived in a castle. It feels like a home.
I mean, it was for a long number of time.
Hell yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Can I inside check this dude?
I'm surprised y'all haven't yet.
Yeah.
You know,
Inside
shady
checking.
shit.
I saw that roll.
I like doing shady shit. I went and found somebody who understands the. You guys who say? And
You traded money or food.
sort of.
I mean, whatever you'll give me. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, mainly
Why don't you
food.
as to what exactly he thought he was going to steal from us?
It's a 19.
I mean, we are kind of.
A 19 is the insight you get off of this guy is twofold. One, you feel like he plays dumber than he is, but also you don't get the impression that he's being dishonest with you, except for maybe lying about being dumber than he is.
About how much he knows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But just about like general knowledge, like you can tell that's like his thing. Like he's like like he likes to. That's one way he like uses his charisma to like get other people to like him. Is like he doesn't try to act like he's better than everybody, even though he's very well read and very wise.
He reminds me of Shark a little bit. You know, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, but Shark was very much like on the cover, like
Yeah.
very in your face about like not knowing anything. He's more like he's all like, I don't even know what that word means at all. Okay, yeah, castle. Let me run it down. So castle tomorrow, high noon, guild meeting with. You guys gonna be there? Or is it just like just the factions? Cool. Well, I'll be the one representing the Black Talons. All right. Cool. I guess you want to hang out with me more, or you gonna go back with your boys?
With them.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Just remember all the times we had. It was only a day, I guess.
Lovely day and a half.
It might help
Mm.
within the next 24 hours your group.
Mhm.
You know, maybe not cause any more ruckus. with
We
the
would
others.
never. Hands up, accountability. I would never do that.
Can I insight check that shit?
Yeah.
Within the next 24 hours?
In the next 24 hours, I promise to you as
Well, I probably
hand on my
The next 24 hours.
hand on my prophecy, love and heart. I would not do that.
Love and heart. Prophecy, knowing heart.
Don't go around banging.
13.
Seems yeah.
Yeah.
It seems on the surface about it, yeah.
You seem to really be hanging on that for the next 24 hours.
Listen, in the next 23 hours and 58 minutes, I won't do anything. Nah, I'm just busting your chops. We'll be cool. Honestly, we're doing all right now. We're doing all right. I think all the hubbub about you guys, being here, the prophecy has got everybody kind of in a, I don't know, maybe a good mood is the right word. There's not really a lot of enforcement I'm needing to do right now. It's pretty nice. I don't like having to be the bad guy, but sometimes people need a reminder. But I haven't had to remind nobody anything all day, which is cool. So for the next 23 hours and 57 minutes, I won't I won't. I won't even be here except for at the council meeting. You know what I mean? All right.
So we have the Corsairs.
Nope.
The Silver
No, we
Serpents.
need, yeah, Corsairs.
I'm not affiliated with those pirate boys now. I may be called captain,
Which one's the
Eric,
pirate?
to you.
The blue.
Corsairs.
Okay, Corsairs.
but yeah, they're a little up north. They're by the
Silver
water.
Serpents are on the what?
Can you just
What are
text
they?
it to us in the group chat?
Yeah.
It's the
I don't know why
magic
we
people
keep-
that are gonna be the
we just
last
keep
ones
trying
that we
to
go
guess them.
to.
The Imperium.
Yeah, the magic people that we're going to last.
Man,
Like this
this
one,
one
okay.
used to take notes for us.
I know.
Wow, Mandy.
Sorry, guys.
You're failing.
Listen, it's all recorded now.
Yeah, but we
We
used
don't
to
have that.
enjoy your
Your
commentary.
I know. I've only done a little bit today.
It's really awesome. It's like conversation between two people and just an arrow straight down. the
Yeah.
entire-
Because I wanted to be in it for those combos. It was like when I was having a combo with someone, I wasn't gonna take notes of like what I was
In the middle of
saying
your
while.
I also just remember you saying something would be revealed. You'd be like, what? Question mark?
The commentary.
Yeah, maybe I'll bring that back.
Well, do you want to take a break real quick then?
Yeah. we-
Yeah.
Yeah, let me let the
Dog
Go walk the
out.
dog.
yeah. She gets to antsy.
We have the black dogs on board.
I go potty again.
Okay.
I urinate a lot.
All right. Yeah, we'll take a break here. Eric is on board.
Yay, we're doing it.
Unburied.
Unbird.
Yeah, that's just my inner dialogue.
We're back.
Especially
We're back.
when I'm playing hockey.
We're hot. We're hot.
I said every time I play, I have
We're
to
back.
actually
You tried.
I
Yeah. We said we.
Yeah, we weed, y'all.
Guys, we weed.
We.
If I was a teacher, that would be my way to get kids to, say we.
We.
But I am not. I'm just a humble dungeon master. I forgot everything of what happened.
We got two of the facts. Three of the
We
facts.
just
Three.
talked to
Three.
Captain Eric.
I see you're still in character here.
What is the plan now?
We
Who's
need to go
closest?
to our last factions. We need 3 factions. We're waiting for the Arcane to be the last one. So we need the Silver Serpents and
Corsairs.
the Corsairs.
Who's closer?
The Corsairs.
Let's do the
We're going to the Corsairs!
Shreya, take us to Corsairs.
Silver Serpent, Arcane, Collective.
I have something I wanted to do while we're
Yeah, do it.
because we need to talk to some scholars and stuff like that, and potentially need to know some things about rebuilding the world. I
Yeah.
want to scry on the headband of intellect that I commissioned from Jensen. It's a
Okay.
magical item and should have survived.
Okay.
I don't think I have to roll
My
anything,
biggest
but I gotta
fear-
roll to make
You
sure
will
that
have
it
to
doesn't.
roll your-
It doesn't
I will
die.
tell you that you see it within it's in a storage room inside. Or I mean, from what you can tell, it's just a storage room. It's sitting amongst a pile of both valuable and completely not valuable things.
So it exists.
It exists for sure. Yeah, you're in it's inside of a closet type room, but there is an inventory of all sorts of random items in here, but it's
Okay.
tough to discern where.
It is not a 12.
It's an 11.
It was not.
Okay.
It's not below 12.
Gotcha. Cool. Yep, it's still alive
It was
and ticking.
13.
Is Jensen still alive?
Hundreds of years.
He's a human.
It didn't break.
You get no.
Nothing from Jensen.
Yeah, he did.
I
He
will
isn't
say,
part of the prophecy.
you haven't scried on your children yet. Or attempted that.
That might be.
Assume they're-
Priorities.
Yeah, Jensen's priority over his kids.
Yeah. No, his headband of intellect.
Jensen never made magical items.
Sometimes it's better to just not
Listening notes.
You know what I mean.
Okay.
Corsair.
I'm the one scrying on everyone else's family.
So,
Yes.
They are. His grandmother.
so you guys go up north, the northern part of the city. You follow the streams of water that surround the capital island, if you want to call it that, where the castle is. You follow this north up to where the ocean is. As you guys get closer, you smell and can feel that you're at a coastline. It's a little more breezy up here. It's a little warmer. There's a small fleet of ships, probably about a dozen decent-sized pirate-looking ships. Guess it depends on what you're. Are you trying to go towards the boats, or are you trying specifically just to find where the Corsairs are? Or are you trying to go
Leader
out
of
there?
Corsairs.
So I mean, if I see a Corsair, I mean, like, do we see them on the ground patrolling, or are they identifiable?
Yeah. Have you guys all watched House of the Dragon? Like any of it?
Mhm.
Cool. They they're typically wearing sort of like a pale blue just accoutrement. Like they have either it's like
Crimson Dawn, just in a
yeah, it's not like it's official. No, none of these factions have official uniforms by any means. It's more of a it's like a color theme. It's like a scheme. But you'll see like light blue, whether it's the pants they're wearing, or like a linen shirt, hat, scarves, bracers, things like that. But yeah, there's lots of people you guys can pick out
Who's
of
the
the
leader
crowd.
of the Corsairs?
That would be you. I don't. We'll say Shrev doesn't know. You don't know. You didn't ask any other guys either. So
Pardon? What'd you say?
you didn't ask the other guys either.
Yeah, you can ask.
Is there like a big group of Corsairs? Anyone like
Yeah.
like Ian? Like there's a captain.
Ian is also the Corsairs captain.
I ran over here because I knew you'd be here today.
No, he's not. He's not there. But there's groups of Corsair looking folks around here. There's also some folks who look like they could belong to the Black Talons. There's some folks that look like they could belong to the Militant. There's a decent amount of people around here.
I'll stop one.
Oh, hello. Jesus, fuck. Hi.
Turn towards him.
Hi,
Excuse me.
Corsair.
Excuse me.
You a Corsair?
Yeah, depends on who's asking. I could be. Do you want me to be?
Yeah, potentially.
Then I am a Corsair.
Does he have the blue on him?
No. I'm saying yeah, because you wouldn't have grabbed some random person. But it's funnier if you did. Yeah, he definitely does. He's got some blue going.
I would like to speak with the leader of the Corsairs.
It's probably a no can do, friend.
My name is Callan Shazera.
Prophecy.
Okay. But my name is Lord God of the Universe.
Lord God of the Universe, can I suggest that you take us to the leader of the Corsairs? I'm going to cast suggestion.
Oh my god, I totally will. And then go ahead and.
He's a 17 wisdom save.
Oh, he saves.
He saves.
Oh!
I didn't want that to happen either.
Shit.
I totally will. I will absolutely take you right to him. Follow me.
Inside.
Okay.
I mean, I can tell if he saved or not.
17 plus 5.
Can you?
Hmm?
Can you tell if he saved?
I'm pretty sure I can.
23.
Yeah.
I mean, technically speaking, I can just keep casting this on him until he
Yeah.
fails to save.
I mean, that's probably. It's more fun if he fails, but yeah, he's like, oh, actually, you guys pick up. Yeah, he's being 100%. He's been sarcastic since the second you touched him. Oh yeah, I'll take you right there. Yeah, just follow me. Come on, big guy. Follow Lord Commander God and whatever I said. Come on.
We need to follow Lord Commander God, whatever.
He's not telling the truth.
What is your actual name?
The chances that those are his name is very low.
Yeah, what is your actual name?
I am offended that you would ask me such a personal question. We hardly know each other. He made up a title. I made up a title. I thought it was what we were
Name
doing.
that title.
Callan's just like really big and then shake him around until he's scared of you.
I mean, I can, but I don't really want to do that right now.
I am
Can I try and charm him?
I am Captain General Admiral.
You try nice, and if nice doesn't work,
Why is this the most resilient individual?
Okay.
Just a random guy.
Dude, it's so funny. He rolled an 18 on the die the first time, and then he rolled a 19 on the die the second time. Not for this. It was for earlier. I was like, this is the best rolls I've ever had for
And it's just
a
random
When
NPC.
NPC that like
show.
behind the screen, I'm like, I want him to fail to progress the story, but it's so funny.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do my fate presence on him. You guys do a wisdom save,
Oh,
and
shit.
I'll either frighten or charm him.
Okay. Oh, now we're back to regularly. That's a 14, maybe?
No, you don't pass.
Not a 14?
Yeah, you fail.
Oh, I thought you were telling me the roll was wrong. I was like,
No,
that's
yeah,
a.
you
No,
rolled it
She
wrong.
goes, no.
Roll that
Should
again.
I- So should I charm him or frighten him?
Charm him.
Charm him? Alright, I'm gonna charm him.
Do what?
Because to the
I mean, I'm just, I regard you as friendly now, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Doesn't mean I have to be truthful.
Would you please take us to the leader of
That's what I was doing. Yeah.
the... Yeah?
Yeah.
I know you were being a little sarcastic before.
I would never, ever be sarcastic.
I don't know if that's the case.
I mean, you and I, we're, but these guys, they're clearly messing with me, so I can mess with them back.
I promise they are not messing with you.
I promise that I'm not messing with them.
Okay. Let's go. Let's listen to... What is your
Okay, if this doesn't
name
work out,
without titles?
we all agree to not be nice anymore, yes?
Oh,
Yes. What is your name without titles?
Oh, my name without titles is, no titles. Not even Mr. or Mrs.
Mr. is fine.
Okay.
Or Mrs.
Mrs. Stephanie Chrysanthemum Sunflower
Alright, let's follow Stephanie.
Jr.
Alright, let's go. Alright, we're following Stephanie.
He mumbles under his breath to where you can hear him as he's walking. He's like, I can't believe that fucking worked. All right, follow me to the leader of our entire organization.
I would like to keep him within arm's reach.
I assume you were just still holding him. I assume you just had like a... I figured this whole time you had your hand on his shoulder and he was just like, follow me, big guy.
Make sure he's taking us to the leader.
So a grapple check of 29. Just to
He's not even gonna roll.
keep
He
the
can't.
whole going.
Yeah, he's not. He can't break that. Yeah. Ah. Whoa. Friend.
He's like leading us out of the docks, right?
Oh yeah, back into the city for sure. You're definitely going south right now.
Alright.
Like, he's...
This is it's definitely that way.
Um,
She's dropping
Yeah,
morons
buddy.
thinking about your business.
We're going the wrong way.
Oh, you know where you're going?
He does.
You know where you're going?
Slightly. It's
Why did you guys not ask him?
Okay. We need someone to take us in to meet the Corsairs. He can't do that.
Oh, the Corsairs. Oh, you just said the leader.
I did not. I said the leader of the Corsairs.
Oh, I must have misheard you. Oh my god, that's so crazy. It's actually this way. That's so weird. Just follow me.
Does he turn around?
Yeah, of course.
Can I like?
It's actually this
If I
way.
do anything wrong to him, I can't do him
Can
anymore.
I, but as we're leaving though, look at him, like stop him for a quick second. And
Holy fuck! Ah,
Yeah. And I'll look at him
Hi.
and say,
hello.
"If you do not take me to the leader of the Corsairs without any delay, I will burn you from the inside out."
Okay, intimidation check.
intimidation.
Yeah, intimidate. I mean, obviously.
She can have the bag.
Um,
You know where
That's a
the
plus
five
6,
is.
so 12.
Well, we'll have him roll against this.
Is there any? I can't get advantage.
I have something I'm gonna do if it doesn't work.
He's like, ooh, I would hate to be burned from the
I'm gonna
inside.
lean over his shoulder and I'm gonna let out my necrotic shroud.
There's so many resources being used.
You're
on
like
this fucking
blowing
game.
everything we
We
have.
could just not deal with this one.
Yeah.
Others
No,
into
we
the
are
harbor
too deep
and
in
go.
this, people.
We are invested.
It will be this one. Yeah, necrotic shroud.
He said you're our best fighter.
What does that do?
It
Just gonna unload
transforms
on
my. He has to make a saving throw, a charisma saving throw.
Or he's
I got some hot dice right now, folks.
He's gonna use his legendary action or legendary resistance.
This guy's a yeah. This is
Yeah,
actually the
this
boss.
guy's gonna burn his 5th legendary resistance.
What's the save?
12.
Oh, he saves.
He's still charmed.
I don't like the fact that
He's
my
just
rolls
dancing.
are not
This
helpful.
is-
Who the fuck is this guy?
this is
And he's
fucking
just
bullshit.
every day.
Might I just suggest we let him go and go back into the middle of the town and find somebody else?
Oh no, he's going to the harbor now.
Throw him into the water, Callan. Let's get rid of this.
No.
bullshit.
Ooh, the water. Sorry, in character, in character.
Or you can hold his head beneath the water and see
Ooh.
if he drowns faster than anybody else we know.
That wouldn't be very nice. I'm just trying to help.
You're being a little shithead.
Do you just kill people who are shitheads to you, or like?
I don't know if he does.
Let's not do that.
No, I mean it sounds like you guys are the right kind of people to be around here. Yeah, most people around here are kind of shitty, just like you.
Can you tell us the name of the leader of the Corsairs?
Without titles.
I'm gonna face palm and cast Zone of Truth centered on myself. So that everyone will feel the fuck out.
Still has to save.
Yeah, this
Yes,
one
yes.
name.
So many spell slots.
Actually, technically speaking, I can just brute force suggestions. I can cast it at will forever until December. So if I have to do that, I will.
I don't know the name.
Scylla. Wait, with titles?
I hate
Sure.
this guy.
Wait.
Admiral Scylla.
Admiral Scylla. Where is Admiral Scylla?
She'd be anywhere this time of day. I don't know.
So then where were you taking us?
Well, to the leader.
Who is that?
Of Corsairs.
All right, can I come clean?
Yes, please.
Please.
I'm like barely even when Corsairs. I really am just trying to. I wanted to join a faction so that I can make some money. So I don't really even. I know Admiral Scylla. I don't know where she is.
I'm gonna kill him.
Great. No, there's no need to kill him.
I wanna punch
There's
him
no
right in
need
his
to
door.
kill him because we may need him.
You guys are the most violent people in this city, and I live in a destroyed city.
Can you point us in the direction of a person who may know where Admiral Scylla is?
You're the most annoying person in this city.
Who
Don't listen to
hired
them.
you?
We're friends, remember? We're friends.
Are we still?
Yeah, we're trying. Your turn.
Yeah, for how long?
I don't know.
Even Charm is an asshole.
Yeah,
Did
we
he
do.
fail or succeed?
For what?
Zone of
Oh, he
Truth.
failed. Yeah, he
Okay.
failed. That's why he was like, I gotta
Yeah,
come clean.
I
Yeah.
assumed, but
I guess you have to keep redoing the wisdom save.
Dude, he's doing so good at these. Oh, there we go. That's an 8. So
So you're still charmed.
I failed. An 8.
So you're still charmed.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're friends. We are friends. Right? So
Totally,
can you
man.
point us in the direction of someone who does or may know better where Admiral Scylla is?
Sure. The direction. I would say you guys are gonna be really upset, but probably back where you guys just came from, like that way.
Okay. What is your actual name?
For some reason, I don't want to tell you, but I feel like I have to tell you. It's this is weird. Like I want to tell you, like we're friends.
I'll let you just ask who his higher up
I don't know. I want to know what his name is.
Leonard. God, that sounded weird.
Leonard?
Leonard. I don't like it.
It's a weird name.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is why I don't tell people my name.
All right. Thank you, Leonard.
Keep that to
We
yourself.
will.
I've been doing so good of it.
Thanks, Leonard.
We will leave you be, Leonard. Thank you.
God, you guys just keep saying it.
All right.
You guys are the
Well,
worst.
So is there like a trash heap anywhere near us? Like, I'm not asking
Or
Leonard.
how
I'm
do
asking
I dead
Dick.
fish?
Yeah, like a pile of dead fish or anything.
Yeet, this little bastard is farting.
I'm gonna laugh if he's like the cousin of the leader.
There's like some barrels with like fish in it and shit. Like, yeah, there's. I don't know what your goal. I actually don't know what you're thinking here, but yeah,
Okay,
there's stuff.
definitely.
I guarantee you that Leonard is no one until
Pick
we
him
fuck
up
with
and
him.
put him in a pile of dead.
Yeah, let's just leave him alone.
Let him go.
Let's
I would just
See you
leave
tomorrow.
me alone, and you guys go
Goodbye,
along.
Leonard.
Goodbye,
We
Leonard.
can find the leader of Corsairs. We need to give an unrecommendation for
I
that.
just feel like he's gonna come back later on, and I don't want to fuck with him.
Considering how straight he was, and he kept his secret very well, I'd say we recommend it.
He did a pretty good job.
Honestly,
He doesn't know why we're
He's
here.
the worst.
All right, let's go find
Yeah, on a
someone
side
else.
note, like outside the game, like he did a great job of not giving up any secrets about the organization. Like,
I don't want us to deplete
he was
everything we
just
have on
hired to
Leonard.
he was just hired
Yeah,
to-
he can come back and be an asset. All right.
Stonewall.
Day one, he was interrogated and survived.
an
Yeah.
asshole asset.
I'm gonna
Sure.
just find another person who has a light blue on. Captain.
Oh.
Do you know where Admiral Scylla
Hello?
is?
Who?
Admiral Scylla.
Yeah, we know. She's here.
Where?
With all respect, lady, oh.
Could you lead us? We
Is
have
it-
some business to do with her.
Has
She's
this been within
expecting
10 minutes?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Can you roll a wisdom save? Because the
For the
toaster
zone
is
true?
on me.
Natural 20.
No. Really close to the other end of that. I mean, he's not lying.
I know, but if he tries to start,
Right.
is why
Yeah, he's
We're just setting this up, you know?
yeah, I can't tell you that.
Maybe she moved around a lot.
No, she usually stays in her office.
Is there any
What
shit
is-
that's bigger
is-
than the rest?
Where
What?
is her
Is
office?
there any shit that's bigger than the rest?
Yes.
Well, I would imagine she's there.
Is her office in that
Well, not
ship?
right now.
Is her office in that big ship?
Yes.
do you know where she is right now?
She's normally in her office.
He looks up at the sky and he's like, "Yes." Oh.
Where is she if she's not in her office?
She is!
She said she's not.
He said he wasn't there now.
You said that she wasn't there?
Where
She
is
was
she
there. Correct, she was
specifically?
not there.
Okay, you guys are up to something. I don't want to tell you.
We're trying to ally with you guys. We're trying to work with you.
Okay. Okay. Hey, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna lie to you because I, apparently won't.
I really appreciate your honesty.
I hate it right now. Wow. Okay. All right. So you see the big ship,
Yeah.
right? That is her vessel. Usually around this time of day is the only time she ever leaves the vessel. So that's why I think you're up to something, because you're asking about it at a suspicious time. And
That's completely.
usually she makes her rounds throughout the city at different hotspots. So she could be either in our hub, ashore, or she could be up in the market district, or she could be. She even sometimes make rounds in the slums. She could be anywhere.
When does she normally return?
It's a hummingbird. Oh, it's gone.
I thought that was your character.
I know.
Focus.
Sorry.
When does she return?
Big bird watching girl over here. I don't know. I don't. It's she's usually takes her onboard ship off and comes ashore for a couple hours, then goes back. So, I mean, she's probably gonna be back in the next probably hour, half hour. I don't know. But she usually always docks over here to go back. So,
I say we wait for her.
Let's go wait for her.
and I'm probably gonna have to warn people that you're planning an ambush for her. That's
We
what
are
it sounds
not
like.
Not an
ambushes.
ambush. Cannot overstate that it's
100%
not
an
an
ambush.
No.
See that he said that? See that he said that? That makes me
Are
like.
you within 10 feet of
No,
her?
understand.
Are you within 10 feet
I
of
mean,
her?
we are going to ambush her with a lot of questions. But I'm just
Oh my
saying,
God.
okay, if we get some superiors here, right, it might help us to get there faster. I mean, at this point, we're sitting here for 2
Is
hours.
there
right
a
now.
protocol for how to meet with Admiral Scylla?
No.
Alright. Then
We
I
don't
guess
have
we
a
just
lot
have
of
to.
protocols.
They call it like a parlay, I guess.
Does she have a first in command? Does she have a structure?
Is there a hierarchy within the Corsairs?
Oh yeah.
Who is her right hand person?
Is there someone named Leonard you should probably talk to?
Oh my fucking god.
Yay.
We've already dealt with him. We don't need to again.
We deserve that.
Yes, honestly.
Yay high.
He is about. I celebrate his height. Sure.
Yay!
No, I mean.
All right, I say we go wait for her. I'm not talking to Leonard again.
Damn it.
I'll tell Leonard to meet you guys
I'm
there.
not talking to
Great.
Leonard again. Leonard's not going to do shit for us. Not right now, anyway.
Other than maybe go tell his lady not to come back.
Okay, guys. Good luck.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Hopefully forever. You guys were weird. Goodbye.
It won't be for forever.
And you see him kind of scurry away. But you are within, a 10, 15-minute walk of the pier where he was pointing where and you clearly see the vessel that she would row back to her. It's big enough to where there'd probably be like 20 people on this kind of tender type ship.
We're gonna wait there.
Yeah, I was
Cool.
gonna say, I'm gonna post up.
So,
If she's the leader,
I wanna see
what
if I
type
can-
of leader would promote someone as her
I
right?
want to see if I can see Leonard from where we're at.
make a I guess an investigation check.
Bust out the orb and spy on Leonard.
It cracks.
Yo, the way he's rolling, no fucking shot.
I don't get to see Marie.
21.
You don't see him,
Fuck.
but you do see a lot of other.
I don't care about them. I want them.
Are you guys like at the pier right now, or like
Yeah,
hanging out?
I assume that we would like go to the pier, and then
Okay.
from where we're posted up, I was gonna look around and see if I saw them.
Okay, well, if you're at the pier looking around, you still don't see him.
Okay.
But again, there's a heck of a lot more of them here now. Not like right on you, but around.
Okay.
Just in the incredibly unlikely neighborhood of looking at all these ships that are around us, are the majority of them smaller vessels that are manned like with oars, sails, and is there a chance that any of them look any potential magical nature?
Make an arcane check, and then while you're doing that, everyone else, you all notice that there's a there's a kind of a dark cloud that seems to be expanding above everybody. It looks like a rain cloud, but it's just kind of it's almost like right above you guys. What did you see?
Amazing.
Nothing to look at out there. What did you
I got 22.
None of the ships look magical, but the big ship that she has looks like it has like magic qualities to it. Like it might have things of magic on it, but if you're trying to figure out if they're like airships or anything, they're not.
Yeah, I just want to see like what are the like because I assume they kind of look more like different kind of timber colors that are making up these ships, like very thrown together.
Yeah, and like a ramshack navy fleet.
Is the like other people that appear to be part of this guild / group slowly scattering as the rain cloud is appearing, or are they still
Just going around just working as normal.
How far up is the rain cloud?
Like where all the other clouds are. I don't know how to describe that in feet or meters or yards, what you want, but where all the other clouds are, it's like it looks like a cloud. Like it's a cloud above you guys.
So a couple hundred feet up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is anybody looking up at
Just you guys.
I wouldn't
Like-
worry about it.
It's probably nothing.
Phenomenon.
Just a little bit of weather.
You see the cloud start to move a little more inward and towards the city.
Does it look weird? Does it look slight tinge of purple?
Does it look frosty?
Is it Bjorn?
Oh, you're going Bjorn. I just thought it was a weird adjective. Does it look frosty? It does have a slight purple hue.
I'll bump Cornelius with my elbow, but like actually get him in the head because he's too short. Oh, sorry.
Think about these boats are fucking. Does it look very time implosion-y?
Does it have time closure right now?
No, I don't know what that means.
It's
So
just purple.
it's I mean, it's not purple. It just has a little purple hint to it. Like you wouldn't notice it's purple unless you're specifically trying to like see purple. But it just looks like it has like a time poofy. No, that's not real.
I mean, if you could do magic, you could just
Time explosion.
It's too far out.
You're welcome.
Pretty rad actually.
It's a cloud.
My grandfather disappeared in a cloud.
It was more like a boom, wasn't it?
I thought it was a big cloud, but
Was it kind of
There
like
was
The cloud did come after the boom.
Here comes the boom.
It does somewhat look like that. What you guys saw.
I think we should follow that.
It's true.
Is moving away from us or towards us?
Yeah, I mean it originated pretty close to above you, and then now it seems to be slowly working its way south into the city.
Okay, well, that's got a sense of direction to it, so that's probably pretty.
Yeah.
Wait, you said into the sea or into the city?
City.
I want to use my like boots to be able to start to fly.
Can't
Ooh.
And I'm gonna look at you and say, "We need to go."
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go.
Are you guys going to the cloud?
Yeah,
Are you going inside it?
No.
No.
I say with inflection. Are you going inside it?
We're gonna follow. No.
please separate the party.
We're gonna get closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get a better observation. See if
Mm-hmm. Anyone else? Anyone else flying?
My thing, I was.
Callie looks at you and she's like, "Should I follow them? I can
Yeah.
I can fly now." Okay. She's like,
How to use those wings?
"Yeah."
I
Guys,
gave her some basics.
yeah, she's a little, she fumbles at it a little bit, but she gets up there. She gets going. Do I give you one or
Dragon
two?
Ball Z leaves a crater in the ground.
Yeah.
Shoots off.
Yeah, so she follows with you guys. The three of you are in pursuit in a way, but you're just like following along. I guess, are you just doing like observing? Like you're just trying to see what you can see?
Well, start with that.
Okay.
Yeah, we're yeah.
Everyone on ground level, what are y'all doing?
I'm watching that pretty intently.
Like Bender from Futurama, your eyes just like extend out like binoculars.
One goes up and the other's looking in front of us.
While they're
just
dealing
seeing
with
it.
the cloud, I want to send a message back to the Crimson to get the engineer to the bridge.
Oh, okay. Do you want to roleplay that or just say you do it? Okay.
I mean, yeah, we just ran on the ground with the
Follow the cloud.
On the ground. You guys.
Oh, are we like going? I thought we were gonna like hang back and let them go take a look at it.
Our sister's up there.
seems.
Some people probably should do that.
So, it's the three, you two, and then Callie all soar up into the sky. The rest of you, is everyone in agreement to go in pursuit on foot, or is anyone staying here? What's the plan?
Y'all can stay and talk to Admiral Scylla.
Who's your most persuasive?
You.
Me.
Fuck. Other than me.
I suppose I can
I
say.
have a +6 and advantage on my persuasion.
Pretty good. Pretty good. That's about as good as it gets.
Well,
Without proficiency.
Well, I mean, I'm the only one that follows the cloud.
That's what I said. Without proficiency, like, it's pretty good.
we're taking all the meats, the heavy hitter HP with the cloud, I guess.
I mean, it looks sinister. It's probably a
We're
good idea.
fighting.
I feel conflicted. I feel like
Is anyone else staying?
I'll stay with you.
Okay, thank you. I'm not the only one.
Are you gonna say?
Mellowcroft is gonna stay behind.
That's not the reason.
Last one is you.
I will go with him.
Oh,
Very
yeah,
good.
same.
No. So, staying, cloud, fly, cloud. Staying, cloud.
Staying cloud.
This is fun.
This is really easy. It's going to be those two and us, and then everyone else is having fun.
So,
Who says it?
those who go in pursuit of the cloud, you guys push your way through a lot of the Corsairs and start making your way like southbound into the city. And you're watching, because it's still sunny outside, so this cloud is just creating a shadow on the ground as it goes as well. But it's not moving very quickly. It is moving at a noticeable speed to where you can tell the direction, but it's not like blazing through the city. So you're able to kind of keep pace with a light jog as it continues into the city. Those that are flying, Give me a. We'll just go with perception, just general perception roll. We'll say with advantage because you're up there with it. You're up there in that shit. Fuck.
Nat 20!
Oh, there we go.
Yay!
I also got a 1, so I should have advantage.
What did you
I got
get? 18. All right. So as you all get closer and closer, how close do you want to get?
That's a good question.
I mean, I'd like to get within.
I want to get close enough that I still feel like I can make an expedited retreat without getting hurt. If that answers your question.
Let's say we're about 150 feet out.
Like the retreat expedition.
Behind it.
About how many?
About 150 feet behind.
Okay.
Enough to like see what's happening.
Cool.
See if there's
Yeah.
any
So
activity.
yeah, you guys get to where you're within 150 or so feet out, and Anari, as you're like investigating this and constantly looking down to see what's going on below too, to make sure that it's not causing any issues. Doesn't look like anything's falling out of it, or it's not raining anything. It just looks like kind of a blob. As you guys get closer, it definitely looks less and less like a cloud the closer you get. It looks more like a version of almost looks more liquid than what cloud. I mean, clouds are liquid, I guess, but like it looks more fluid. Yeah, solidify, like more like fluidic. Like it has like it's moving around.
Gelatinous
cube.
No.
A gelatinous cloud.
No, that would be.
That would be very terrifying.
Yeah.
No.
Cube that dissolves anything that can fly. Oh God.
But as you get close with your natural 20 and you're looking into it, you see the water like flowing, and you actually keep catching glimpses of it. Almost looks like someone almost swimming in it as it's moving. And then you catch a different person and another different person. And then you realize that it's maybe a couple dozen people inside this. It's a big cloud. The closer you get, the bigger it starts to seem. But the water starts to take a shape of a face. Almost, you guys ever see The Mummy?
Yeah.
Where like the sand looks like it kind of starts to do that in the face of Valcor.
Does the people inside of it look willing, or they?
You don't see anyone specific because they're moving and flowing. Like you only see it as they get really close to like where the surface tension is. So you only see like glimpse. So they don't look.
See their facial expression.
Yeah, they don't look. It'd be tough to tell until you get like closer. But you see glimpses of people, but then you see the face start to form of this cloud, and it looks like Valcor.
Is it looking at us?
Yeah, it's facing you.
Did it stop, or is it still moving?
It's still moving.
Away from us, though?
Yeah, it's still on a course. It hasn't changed course.
Am I
The only thing that's changed is the look of it. And you guys down below, it's hard to tell. It still looks like a cloud.
This might be an insight check, or whatever you say, kind of check, but am I able to kind of like get an idea of where I think direction-wise it's floating into, or like where like it seemed like go towards the tower, or does it seem to go out towards
It looks like it's on track to go towards where the kind of like where the Crimson Dawn's hideout was.
I want to get slightly closer and see if I can tell if the people in there are willing participants or interested.
How much closer?
As close as I have to be to determine that.
Someone tells me they're unwilling based on.
I don't know how close that is. You got to tell me.
Make a decision.
I'm assuming in a number of feet.
Within earshot of their streams, maybe?
I feel like I'd be able to determine that from like 60 feet away.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull my bow while she's moving forward and just hold it.
Very
ready.
Cupid of you. Nice.
I'm gonna bless myself while I do this.
Okay.
I'm gonna hang back and tell Callie to hang back.
she even have a weapon or anything? Like,
No, she was amazing.
She's got the power of celestial
Yeah.
on her side.
That's right. She's
She's got the power of God and anime off her side.
As we're running, can we tell that it's going to the Crimson Dawn? Like,
No, you guys wouldn't be able to tell because you're on the ground level, so it's tough to tell because of all the buildings and everything. They can kind of tell, and they don't know what's going there. It's in that direction. It's kind of
is where it's going through? Is there lots of buildings?
yeah.
I'm gonna
Can
turn,
I? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna turn to Callie and I'm gonna say, go tell the others it's Valcor as fast as you can.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm doing something. She sees you guys. She sees you guys running, and then she sees you guys stationary, and she like starts to swerve towards where you guys are, like back at the dock. So she starts to like quickly like
She try to break.
Get that far!
she gets down and she like and she lands a little uneasy on the dock in front of you guys. She's it's totally cool, but it's Valcor up there, or at least they said to tell you that it's Valcor, so that's cool.
Shoot.
Well,
The main guy that we're facing.
Yeah, but
An evil cloud.
but it had a face. I mean, I thought it was fine, but like there was a face on it. And as she's saying that, the Corsairs like part in the middle, and a female, kind of taller pirate looking woman with a large like captain's like admiral's hat and coat walks up, and beside her is her first mate, Leonard. However, it is not the same Leonard you guys saw.
dick.
He
I mean, if you don't have to go, I can handle this.
We're not there.
So she comes up and she's like, well. What do we have here?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
We did have more people with us, but they needed to leave for just a second. But we are here on their behalf to invite you as leader of the Corsairs,
Mhm.
correct? Invite you to be part of a new council with the other factions. Does the name Shazera ring a bell?
Yes.
Great. We have Callan Shazera.
Where?
He's the one who had to step away. This cloud caught his attention. He will be back shortly. But we are inviting you to be part of the council with the other leaders of the other factions, so that we can come up with a game plan to fight against the Asura Brotherhood, and create a nicer city for all of us to live in.
They're gonna try to sell you timeshare based on that.
So, that is my plan.
So-
You want to help?
Okay, sure. That's a great plan. Thank you so much for coming. This was very nice to meet you. We'll consider it for sure. We'll think about it. Yeah.
We're told to let you know about prophecy, and we've cleared out the castle. You don't seem interested.
Is
Not
there anything-
particularly.
May I ask why not?
You absolutely can. Yeah.
Will you be willing to answer if I ask?
Yeah,
why?
sure. Yeah, if I'm all about blunt honesty. I don't believe anything you're saying. It sounds as if you are trying to swindle me, and Lord knows I've been swindled more times than I can count, and I've only learned from each of those experiences, which tells me that you're either here to try to kill me, but that doesn't seem your
Definitely
MO, or you're here to try to rob me, which
Definitely not.
doesn't seem like you'd be equipped to do that.
Mm-mm.
But if your whole precedence is that you are uniting the factions based on the prophecy in the Shazera, which conveniently had to step away, which would have been really great proof to
I will
of your
bring
honesty.
it. I don't know why he decided he has to protect his sister.
There's the marks on the back of their
So,
head. I don't know what that means.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Is there anything that we could do to prove that I am not lying? Like bringing Callan
I guess
back?
maybe explain the reason why I would care to join such a thing. Because that was something devoid of all of your rambling, I suppose.
Okay, I've got stuff in here. Don't worry about it. Anyways, Shrev, Bertrand, you might have me.
Crimson, okay.
Yes.
Welcome.
Our king
Alright,
left us,
so
I don't know
here.
what to do. He's gotta
They are the
protect his
prophecy.
little
You
sister.
heard about the
Actually, hold on. Before you do that, it is, to be fair, roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage because your pitch was not very convincing. Since
Our king left us. I was just trying my
which is
best.
another reason why it's disadvantage. To be honest.
Your sister
I
can
have
take
one
care of
family
us.
member left.
Listen,
Yeah, she can
Mandy,
take care of herself.
in your defense, it was very Isadora.
Yeah. The only reason that we're doing this is so that you can be king and things help. And you're like, let me go protect my sister.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Who's
get
now
it.
with
Well,
us?
That is.
You can always send me
If
a
I
message.
normally have advantage,
Oh, it would cancel out, yeah.
then I would just that
So
one.
yeah, just
So
that
it's
one. roll.
14, dirty 20.
Oh. All right, let me back that up a little bit.
Okay.
Well, it sounds like your whole precedence is based on.
Or send me a message.
You're
What?
not 120 feet away.
It seems like your whole precedence is based on a Shazaran that isn't here with you, and it seems like you are trying to swindle me somehow. But
I'm going to be honest, Admiral Scylla. I should not be the person giving you this pitch, okay? But Callan left, and as far as I know, this is an evil cloud, and they're
yes.
chasing after it. That's really all the information that I know.
this cloud comes and goes all the time.
But they're saying that it is. Do you know who Valcor is?
You
The
know,
Night Stalker.
Isn't he the guy with the
Astral Brotherhood.
I know the Night Stalker.
That is him. That's
That's a cloud. That's a cloud.
I know I look crazy. I know I sound crazy.
You know what's really funny?
I love how frustrated Mandy is.
No.
So
What's so funny is you passed it with the check, and now you're making me want you to roll again because she was in the middle of role playing, accepting, and
No,
then
I
you,
know, I know.
now you're like, but I'm
just
not the one to
right.
tell you this because the cloud's
And
evil.
also my two buddies are just letting me flounder.
I want to say canonically,
Oh my God.
They don't want to
Mel
talk over
Crawford
you.
Steamed her up, and then Isadora's like, "I got this." So,
I'm looking at you like you're crazy, and I was there.
she's so at this point, I'm gonna say she's right though. We were just here with Callan.
Yeah, there's something that's it's like I believe her, but I guess I just don't understand why. Maybe the three of you can help answer one thing, right? And what I'll do is I'll count to 3, and then you will all give me one word, and that one word is your reason, because of course you would have all have talked about this before you came here. So what is the reason for us joining this or attending this invitation, accepting this invitation? Or a phrase.
Is that the game that we play?
Yeah, but
Yeah, okay.
okay.
All right.
But just to test if you're all telling the truth.
One word.
Come on. I have something. Come on, guys.
Binary.
It's like the ether.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Come on.
Like the what?
Read my mind.
I played this game on the 4th of July.
Okay. Well, 3, 2, 1.
Unification.
Peace?
Counsel.
They're all the same, just
That's what
slightly
we
different.
want.
That's true.
Same, just slightly different.
Actually, I'll have you guys roll. Whoever has the best persuasion,
I got it.
Okay. What do I do?
I want you to I want
God
you,
damn.
I want you to
10 for
roll.
me.
I want you to roll 3 times.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, roll the first one.
20.
Okay, the second one.
19 plus 13, 32.
Okay, you don't need. She says, huh?
Thank you.
So a peace council
For unification.
to unify everyone.
Yes. And to build something better.
And you've had others agree to this.
We have talked to the Crimson Dawn. We have talked to the what? Eric of the Black.
Oh, I wish I didn't adore him as much as I do. Sweetheart.
And Rickard from the Iron.
And Rickard from the Iron Guard.
You got the god to agree to work with us.
Yes.
We did.
Yes. And so we are and we are requesting your presence as well so that everyone's voice can be heard in this council.
It was better than your first pitch.
Thank you.
I will tell you what I told Eric in that what you do with your ships on your own time, we're not trying to interfere with any of that. All we want is to unify these people to build this city back better. And maybe if and when the Astral Brotherhood decides to attack us, you'll help us kill some of them.
Also, these several people shot down from the sky.
All right, let her think.
Brain blast.
You did a great job.
You are fascinating individuals, I will tell you that. And if you got the guard to agree to such a thing, how about this? Let's work a deal. I'll accept the invitation, but I will hold my acceptance of this parlay until I've heard the terms in person.
The council meeting.
But I will need to be convinced that they are not trying to swindle me.
I think that is a beautiful
They as in the other
factions.
factions,
Sure.
or they as in the prophecy?
The faction.
No, the factions.
Oh,
For some reason, everything she has said has made sense to me.
all right. Well,
Let her
So so you will be there at the council meeting and then decide then if you would like to be part of it.
Yes. When and where?
High Noon
Tomorrow.
Castle.
Tomorrow, high noon at the council.
I'll be there.
Thank you so much.
Leonard, get their information. And this big brute of a guy comes over and he says, "Hello, ma'am. I'm Leonard. I will need some information from you so that in the case that you have been dishonest, we can blackmail you. You understand. What is your name?" And then he just goes through collecting like basic information, like name and where you're from, stuff like that.
Alright.
Do you have any secrets? Do you have any
Where your
past
parents
crimes,
are living.
misdemeanors?
Yeah, from 400 years ago.
It's a Mia.
Yeah.
Mia.
So yeah, that all happens.
That was awesome.
Those running through the city, you guys are still hustling and trying to catch up to the cloud. It's picking up pace a little bit now that it's turned into a face. Those that get within 60 feet now. Let's get back to you.
Quick question.
Uh,
Are we still seeing the cloud from where we are?
It's pretty far now.
But
Like
we can
it's
still see it.
yeah, it's a big cloud. Yeah.
So let's keep that in mind.
No one's actually. It's a learning experience.
I need both you two to make a wisdom saving throw.
Can I do it with advantage because I want it?
Are they within 10 feet of me?
No.
You like gave them one of your arms.
Unscrewed it. Take this.
Each had one of my arms.
Well, if that is
I
fucking
think I'm
fast,
just like
I'm screwed.
21.
Well, I don't know what it's not for.
I mean, we're at this point. Where it's
Yeah,
like,
that may not
This is
do it.
21.
That may not do it. So.
Does it?
He could crack the orb. I'm concerned.
We're gonna do that if they need it.
What did 13 do?
13.
What did that 13 do?
Fail.
What that 13 do?
Yes.
As you
Well, hold on. I need to know if it fails, because then if it does, I'm gonna try to do favored by the gods.
it fails.
We'll do that then.
Did you put
There's
extra bless?
It fails by 20.
I got bless. I forgot about that bless.
Is that that's for saving throws too, right? Not just ability checks.
I'm checking.
It is for saving throws.
Yes, or
Yeah.
saving throw.
Yeah, you can add that D4.
So we'll add the first one with that.
So 16.
So 16.
Still
Does
fails.
Fail? Okay, now we're gonna do the
Now 2 more D4.
2 more D4s.
21.
21.
So
Nope.
I didn't say that.
No, that's why
I was waiting to find out what both of you did before I gave any sort of like.
It's sad trombone solo time.
You guys watch as the mouth of this cloud opens and a slight forked tongue, like a serpent's tongue, sort of slithers around, and you see there's people swirling in, and they all look like unconscious. Like,
They are in distress.
are they what?
in distress.
They don't look to be in distress. They're chilling.
Relax.
Yeah, they're unconscious. They're just like,
Them people limp.
and you see the mouth sort of like start to mouth a word, and it just, you don't hear anything because it's a cloud. But as the word is mouthed, you guys, like, there's like a slight delay, and you guys both hear in your head as the lips part, it says, "Come."
Well, I failed. So it's not like I have any.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, Feria. It's a 21 to pass.
I had a 21.
They both had 20.
Oh, I thought you had a 20.
No, I
No,
had
they both
21.
have 21s.
Oh, then you both hear the
God,
And-
that's so
Thank goodness you did all of that.
and you're able to shake it off, and you see the mouth close, and it just continues going.
Oh my god.
I thought you said 20.
No, that's fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
My God.
we're good.
I was like, oh, wasted my favorite by the go.
No, you did not.
That was so
I
clutch.
needed it.
Who knows what would happen?
I don't know, some plot stuff.
Some plot stuff.
Everyone on the ground, it's just, they're so high up, you can't really see what's going on, but you do see them getting like really close to the cloud now.
How far up in the air are they? Like 200-300 feet? Or
Yeah, the
500?
cloud hasn't changed its height, so it's still pretty high out there. Like, you don't,
Can I see them down below? Like,
it's gonna be tough. Like, they can see you, you're the only thing up there.
Right.
There's thousands of people down here. Even though Callan is big, it's still hard to like pick them out of the crowd. I mean, you can try, but it would be a pretty high success rate or success roll needed.
Try it. Yeah, use it.
The cloud slows, and assuming you guys also slow with it, don't run into it. It slows, and it seems to be hovered.
I was 150 feet away, and that still worked.
It seems to have hovered right above where the entrance to the Crimson Dawn's cave is, and you start to feel and see this energy beam. It's so faint that if you weren't so close, you wouldn't really be able to tell that it's distorting the view as you look down. But it's almost some sort of like, feels kind of like what would look like a UFO tractor beam, right? Type. And as you're looking at it, again, because you're close, you can see it. But from like far away, you guys on the ground, like you see it stop, you think. It's hard to tell because you're moving. But
How far away from it is it from us? Is it?
we'll say you're probably still 500 or 600 feet out. Like from, like you're like a few blocks away. It would take you a little bit to get there.
Would I be able to use that on the cloud?
Alright.
Would I be able to use like a counter spell on the cloud to dissipate the spell?
What spell?
Counter spell?
What spell are you trying to
Well,
counter?
I guess the cloud, right? That's magic. That's a spell.
Well, you'd be able-
It is magic, but it's not a spell.
It's more of what's it? Spell magic.
Yeah, you can try that.
Do we see the light beam come down?
As you guys get closer, since you're looking for it, sure. Yeah, you see it.
I don't know if we've been dashing this whole time.
I would assume so. Like, there's not mechanics in play. You guys are just running through the city.
When we're done with the interrogation
Mhm.
that we're getting,
Yeah.
teleport us to it.
To the Crimson Dawn or to
The cloud.
so like Dimension Door.
No. Helm teleportation. I'll cast teleport, and you'll roll D100 and see if we make it.
What?
It's considered very familiar.
You
I
don't
live in
want
the
to
city.
ask us if we consent?
Nope, not at all. I'm also
Nope.
taking your assistance.
Let's go. Oh, you're like Raw Dog the teleport.
You're
We're not
gonna
going to
be
a
his
circle.
sister.
No,
No,
you're Dash.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Wait,
It's a very low
you're
fail
not
chance.
your sister. You're with us
The
like
sister came to tell us about.
Yeah, the sister's with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's us and the sister right now, and I'm about to.
That's why she's here in Dynasty Dallas. Because her sister was in danger, but she's with you.
I know that now, and now she's with us. So
That's what made it funny.
thanks, King.
All right.
Raw Dog in this teleport.
It does say 8 willing creatures. So they do have
If you
to.
guys don't want to,
That's fine.
They said Valkyrie.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I assumed everyone
Let's-
wanted to go.
No, I know, but
you might have faith in me.
They don't know how to circle that
Is there
Oh, that
anybody
fair.
outside of the
You
entrance?
said something about it. Don't mess up my circle in my room.
Here's what happens. Shrev turns and is like, "Do you want to help the others?" We're all like, "Yeah." Consent.
That's enough.
Yeah. All I need was yes.
He's the one.
Do you want to help and go through this?
I didn't take you thinking about it.
Yeah. Just have to hesitate.
I'm like touching your shoulder. There's a 50% chance we don't make it.
Definitely look out and say heads or tails. What?
Can I attack it and see?
All right.
So I just want to make sure I'm clear on this. So it's essentially creating like a UFO beam over the entrance,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there
Well,
anybody?
yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. Is there anybody outside the entrance?
Yes. There's you're familiar with Kale, the guy with the
Yeah.
rats.
Mm-hmm.
He's still standing guard outside, as usual.
He's also the main character in Shadow Daddy.
He's the one writing the book.
Yeah.
The fact that he's also a tiefling.
Self-insert.
That's so funny.
So, as you cast teleport using your helm, we'll say you have seen this casually, which means I will roll a d100. Another d10. I don't roll a lot of d100s on this side. Okay.
What was that? 96 damage or?
No, I have to roll. Seen casually, a 1 through a 33 is a mishap. 34 through 43 is similar area. 44 through 53 is slightly off target. And then 54 through 100 is on target. So what are you targeting?
The ground underneath the cloud.
You can't
in
see
the
that.
city.
You can't see that.
Yeah, but I'm familiar with the area.
The entrance.
Yeah, you're familiar with the area.
Yeah, please.
Well, then if that's the case, it'd be very familiar.
Right.
Okay.
Well, it's the city itself is what I was using as the teleporting.
Yeah, like the ground in front of the. Yeah, so you're very familiar with that. I wouldn't be. I was thinking you were doing the cloud. And I was like,
No,
that's
I'm not
casual.
going in that thing.
Okay.
Yeah, please don't.
I mean, if I was going by myself, I would.
Dude.
Because he wants to die.
You guys should be so happy that this happened the way it happened. Because if it was casually, a 29 would have been a mishap.
Yes.
But because it's very familiar, a 29 is on target. Literally 25 through 100 is on target.
Get one on this.
Wow, that would have been. Actually, I don't know what would be worse, the mishap or successfully going in the cloud. I don't know what would be worse for you guys.
Going in the cloud.
Okay, so you guys all teleport right to the entrance, where the beam is.
Yeah.
You don't know. He doesn't know that. Callan and crew running. So everyone running through the city. You all see this cloud up top. You guys are running towards the to where the cave entrance is that you guys know at the front of this building. You're running up there as you see them teleport in. You guys all kind of get there at the same time, and you look up and see the cloud. What's the game plan now that you're all here?
Is there anybody being sucked up, I guess? Like, is there anything happening with the beam?
No, I was just describing that's what it looks like. I didn't say that people are sucked up.
How far away is the running group? Are we there?
Yeah, you just got there.
And then I would probably run up and pull Callie behind me and pull any. If anybody's in the beam, I'd be pulling them out of the beam.
Okay. Yeah, just Kale. Kale was the only
But
one in it.
I would grab him and
Yeah.
pull him out of the beam. And then I would look up and wait and see to prepare.
I can
Okay.
try to do a 6th level dispel magic on it.
What about you two up there?
I would like to land with
Okay.
everybody because I have
Are you landing
a
too?
possible plan.
I mean, I was
would like to
gonna
lay.
pull out, and I was gonna try to get an Eldritch Blast on it.
Okay. Okay. How far back are you trying to pull?
As far back as I can do this spell.
Is it 60 feet? It's got to be farther than that.
120
120? Yeah, I was like, it's got to be decent. Okay. Yeah, so you get back. Or you want to go down 120 feet, or do you want to go back 120 feet?
Probably like more like diagonal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid 45. Solid. Nice. All right, go ahead and blast it.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
She rolled
Oh, it's
3 ones.
what the fuck?
To hit?
She rolled
No, 3 ones to hit?
3 nat ones.
How did you do that?
I think you have a mishap at that
I
point.
thought we agreed you were supposed to roll on the thing.
How?
Guys.
That's pretty cool.
I'm just saying, I am cursed. This doesn't happen.
How rare
Like,
that
the
is.
stats of that happening are so low.
I didn't hit.
I mean, you hit some rats on the ground. I don't even know.
You know what's even worse?
My D4 from Bless is also a 1.
She rolled 4 ones.
We'll kill a tracker beam just amused.
I
think there needs to be a Tristan, what's it called? Handicap.
She's an automatic plus Endor shit.
yeah, I regret to inform you that does not pass.
That's funny.
But
I'm cursed.
you guys, you're hovering in the air still, but Feria comes to the ground. This cloud above you starts to open from the bottom. It starts to expand, and like a circle, that beam gets wider and wider, and it keeps getting bigger. It's now probably about 60 feet in diameter. You guys are all in the circle, unless you want to like back out and get out of it. But the cloud starts to descend, and at this point, people start scattering and running.
Okay.
What about my sister? Not yet.
Not yet.
So people kind of know what this is. They're essentially getting out of the way.
Yeah, they're running away. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Kale's like, we got to get out of here. We
What's
have
happening?
to go. I mean, he's gonna come take you. You gotta go. Gotta
Gonna
go.
take us.
Gotta
Well,
take
can
you.
it move?
This is them
Huh?
taking the
Can it move or is it stationary?
It usually moves and then just drops.
We were gonna go, I guess we have a meeting
I'm running.
tomorrow. Sorry.
I'm not a certain-
I need you.
I would
to
get out of here, yeah.
Out of there. You can teleport, correct?
Out of where? She's not in there.
In the building.
Oh, she's safe right there, but not here. Do you normally see this?
Assume.
Is this how they take the people?
Yeah.
Like, so there was- yeah. They're collecting their take right now.
Yeah,
We're
we gotta
getting out of the circle.
get going. Have to go.
I'm getting on the circle, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I'm not gonna be.
It keeps getting lower and lower.
I'm
running away.
Okay, so there's nobody in the entrance. Everybody's out of there. Okay. I want to cast Wind Wall over the entrance.
Okay.
So that anybody coming out can't get past the wind wall.
Yeah, they're just
essentially.
they're like blown backwards.
No, they don't get blown backwards unless they're in it when it lands. Otherwise, it's just an impenetrable wall for, I think it's medium and
Is it
small or
just-
something like that.
Yeah, so it's impenetrable for people though, right?
Yeah, essentially. Yes.
Yeah,
I want it to just curve over the entrance.
Are you guys like booking it? Because like I want to fight this thing.
I
It-
want to fight it.
As it gets all the way down to the
I'm getting
ground.
outside of the radius.
Yeah, as it gets all the way down to the ground, it almost like a water balloon popping. It gets to the ground, it just, and as it does, this essentially what looked like liquid hits the ground and turns into like a mist, and just the whole area becomes like obscure and difficult to see. And then the people who were in it, you see them all start to stand up, and they look at you through this now mist of this purple haze. this gray and purple haze. They all stand and look at you all, and you all see bright purple eyes as they all look at you. And that's where we'll end the session. Give you a little cliffhanger. We've gone a little over.
I can't believe I rolled 4-1.
Yeah, that was fucking wild. That was
We know.
wild.
I guess I'm pretty sure we.
Dude, I've never seen someone roll.
Because you always roll.
I never
Woo!
I would say we should buy our new dice, but I feel like that'd be a constant thing.
Yeah, I think it's just.
Have you tried the sage thing or the get the demons out of that?
I
Did you
can't.
meet Will Wheaton